are ready to go.
Hey, what's happening there, San Diego, California? Welcome into Gwynn and Chris Tuesday edition from the Bill House Studios, where we know how. Apparently, we're the only ones who know how. When it comes to playing baseball, Padres not too good. When it comes to playing soccer, we'll talk about it in 4 more years. That was quite the miserable evening last night. We'll try to break it all down for you. Chris Ello, Matt Skraby together today as Tony Gwynn Jr. continues on his trek down to Phoenix to get his daughter enrolled in college. So we'll sail on without Tony today. The Padres will sail on tonight with Johnny Brito having been recalled to start tonight's game.
I thought, there have been reports that Germán Marquez is going to start the game, and that
Brito will be the guy.
After,
okay, well, however they want to do it, it doesn't engender.
He's back.
Either way, it doesn't engender a lot of confidence.
Well, not with that attitude.
Should it? I mean,
No.
Should you be confident in anything this team is doing right now?
No.
The first inning last night was a debacle. I don't know. Jackson Merrill all of a sudden can't track down a fly ball. I've seen him, was it a hard play? Sure. Is he a major leaguer? Yeah. That's got to be caught. That's not a triple, unless you play it into a triple. And then you get first and third and you still could have got out of the inning, but Walker Buehler can't throw the ball from me to you. He puts it into center field. I mean, come on, that's horrible. Yeah. And then later in the inning, Samad Taylor throws one into the stands. So, I mean, the first inning was, disgraceful. And then after that, pure talent just took over. And the Padres apparently have none, and the Diamondbacks have some. I love getting beat by an admitted and convicted cheater who comes back and hits a 3-run home run after serving an 80-game suspension for.
Oh, Max Kepler.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
He just came back 3-4 days ago. So,
we got one of those on our team too, Chris.
Yes, we do. But our guy doesn't hit 3-run home runs. Theirs does, apparently. Nolan Arenado, who I believe it's the law that he has to hit a home run against the Padres.
That was the most annoying.
In pretty much every game. Yeah, I think it was like his 50th or something against the Padres. I saw something that just blew my mind. Look, the Padres right now, and sorry I'm not on camera yet.
Okay.
Maybe I don't want to be on camera for this.
Maybe.
The Padres right now, Skraby, look, this isn't my opinion. This is fact. The Padres are only even money right now to play a competitive game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that's the third time in the last 6 or 7 games that it's been laughable.
Mm-hmm.
The last 2 Walker Buehler starts, they've lost by a combined 28 runs. He's our best pitcher, supposedly. So, this thing's going from bad to worse to whatever's next after worse. Because I think we left worse behind a while ago.
We did rock bottom last
we're headed
week
to elsewhere,
and apparently rock bottom was not hit after the Cubs game because they ended up losing that lead on Thursday, losing that lead on Friday. Chris, this team is not a playoff team.
Not a playoff team.
It's not even close.
Look, right now
I'm sorry to be. I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry because this team is not living up to potential. And when it's sloppy in the field, that makes it look 10 times worse. And when it's sloppy in the field, I kind of point my finger at the manager a little bit because you got to get that stuff cleared up.
Somebody's got to be held accountable for throwing the ball from me to you and putting it into center field. Again, Jay Cronenworth's boxing double play ground balls, that cost us a game the other night. The only reason that they're not making a lot of base running errors right now because they're not getting on base. This team is they've like I said, they've gone from bad to worse, and I believe worse left town a while ago. Yeah. So wherever the next step is, that's where they are. They're playing as if they're the worst team in baseball, let alone a playoff team. I mean, I honestly, you'd have to call on Jim Mora and ask what he thinks.
Playoffs?
Yeah, that's about where.
The only reason I said playoff team is because they're supposed to make the playoffs.
Yeah, well, certainly the way they began the season and, playing, really good baseball. They certainly look like they were headed there for the last, it's been 42 games now, right, that they've been slumping. It hasn't just been a week. It hasn't been 2 weeks. It hasn't even been a month. It's now 42 games. That is a quarter of the season. I think they've won 15 of those games. And they're playing absolutely, awful baseball on all fronts. They're the worst hitting team in the league. Their starting pitching is probably the worst in baseball. Their bullpen is either injured or tired or struggling. And, their base running leaves a lot to be desired. And now their defense, which is the one thing that was kind of keeping things together, that's falling apart too. So there isn't a whole lot left other than, either for A.J. Preller to step in. This is the worst baseball that they've played this decade.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go back to 2019 for the last time the Padres, in my mind, were this bad. Okay? 2020 was the shortened season. They were in the postseason. 22, 24, 25, they made the postseason. 21 and 23, both of those years, they missed the postseason only after they had, played like a postseason team all year. This team is, you're ready to call it a season. I don't see how they're going to get out of this right now if they keep playing like this. They have to catch 5 teams just to make a wild card. How are they going to catch anybody? They're closer to the Rockies in the standings right now than they are the Dodgers. So, I don't know any other way to put it. It's bad baseball. If I told you it was anything better, I'd be just flat out, lying to you. And I'm not going to. And look, if somebody's going to be, who's going to be made accountable? Are Manny is Manny ever going to hit about 200? Is Fernando ever going to hit another home run again? Is Jackson Merrill ever going to look anything like the guy that probably should have been Rookie of the Year over Paul Skeens? Is Jake Cronenworth really a 180 hitter? I'm not sure how many more questions I need to ask. Michael King now gives us a good start once out of every 4 or 5, and that's the only good start we get. So, and everybody said, well, trade Mason Miller. All right, trade Mason Miller. He's the one good thing you have.
Exactly.
And we can get stuff for him. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure you want to give away the one great thing that you have that basically very few other teams in baseball do have? Ask the Dodgers about their closer situation. Tanner Scott coughed up a 3-run lead to the Rockies last night in the 9th. So, it's, all around baseball. Pitchers are blowing games in the 9th inning, day after day, night after night. It's the one thing we have. And I know you can say, well, we never get a lead in the 9th inning, so we don't need Mason Miller. I can't argue that. That is actually true.
No, we need Mason Miller. They just need to get him an opportunity.
I'm just not in the mood to trade my best player, my number one asset. It's the only asset I feel I have right now. And frankly, for everybody who's impatient and wants, everything to change on a dime, I got to be honest with you. I'm not so sure there's one player they can acquire right now that can change this.
No, it's across the board.
Who are you going to acquire that's all of a sudden going to hit 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th in your lineup? Who are you going to acquire that's going to be your number 2, 3, and 4 starter? Who are you going to get? Let's make a trade. We got to get a guy. A guy. To me, the answer is the guys who are here need to play better, need to be held accountable for the way they're not playing. I love Jake. I don't want to hear him tell me after any more games that he cost us the game. I don't want to see Jackson Merrill spinning.
I don't want to see Jackson Merrill.
Yeah, I don't want to see Jackson Miller either. I don't know the way the other one's playing. Maybe I want to look up Jackson Miller. But come on. That's a line drive. It's a tough play. No, it's a triple now. That just can't happen in the major leagues if you're going to be a winning team. It can happen if you're going to be, in last place. But that's the kind of stuff. Walker Buehler's got the guy out. That's it. Next guy struck out. You would have been out of that inning with no runs despite Jackson Merrill's misadventures. Instead, you're down 2. Now you groove one to Max Kepler and you're down 6. Game over.
It is game over.
This is happening all the time.
It's game over 2-0 at this point, it seems like, because they cannot hit. They can't hit. And Manny Machado is starting to get, real frustrated. But I mean, why wouldn't you be frustrated by this effort? Because Kevin Acee said something about competitive at bats last night, and Manny took the. Have you ever stepped into the batter's box to know what an uncompetitive bat is? He also went on to say that Brandon Pfaadt is still a guy who got paid by the league, so he's still a guy that can pitch. I'm tired of tipping my cap. I'm tired of doing that.
Yeah, Brandon Pfaadt was a minor leaguer 2.5 weeks ago.
He was only triple. Yeah, you're right. And he was had only 5.40 ERA.
He was only recalled because they were desperate for anyone to come back. The guy they're facing tonight is Zach Gallen. Now, do you want to tell me that we're just going to lay down because we're supposed to lay down in front of Zach Gallen? He has a 6.26 ERA. He's been horrible all year.
Feasting.
Can we hit him? I have no clue. We've been shut out in 2 of the last 3 games. We've been blown out by 10 or more runs now, or 8 or more runs in 4 of the last 7 or 8 games. I mean, Rodolfo Duran better warm up. He's going to be back on the mound again sooner rather than later. This is as bad as baseball can get. And if they turn it around and they win 10 out of 11, then everybody can come back and say, hey, you shouldn't have been so impatient. You knew, blah, blah, blah. No. I should be this disgusted with the kind of baseball we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
You just should. Regardless of what I hope they win 10 out of 11 and they get back in it. Great. But what I'm seeing right now, there's no way I'm going to sugarcoat any of this.
Yeah. You can't, because there is no way of sugarcoating it. We're seeing bad baseball, and it doesn't seem like it's getting better. It's getting worse. It's getting less. They're getting less focused, and that is a major problem.
That I don't know. I'm not gonna.
I'm not questioning their effort. But
I'm not. You're not going to let me. You're not going to get me sitting here looking in anybody's head and saying I'm getting less effort, less preparation. I'm not trying hard enough. I've never believed any of that stuff. What I do see is just bad baseball that can't continue. And eventually somebody's got to look in the mirror, basically 24 or 6 guys, and say, hey, enough, play the game right. I mean, that game, bad pitching, bad hitting, bad defense. How many games are you going to win like that?
Not many.
8-0 is what's going to happen. All right, luckily we have a U.S. soccer team that will take our mind off the Padres for a minute.
Yay!
We'll celebrate their debacle. I mean, can you call that anything but a debacle last night?
Why is everything in our sports lives debacles right now, Chris?
I mean, wow. But again, we should expect it because it's the same thing that happens like clockwork every 4 years. More Gwynn and Chris coming up.
pelota que cae al área. No pudo Julián Messi. ¡Gol! ¡Gol!
I wish it meant that much to us.
That was the Messi goal today. Well, Lionel Messi, not Messi, as in, yeah. We'll talk about that match. It was an epic one earlier today, but I believe that was also the sound emanating from my living room last night when our goalkeeper made a play that honestly, I don't know. I'll ask Tony next time we see him, but I imagine Tony's seen some of the 12-year-old girls that he goes out and watches his daughters play with do that kind of thing. Are you kidding me? This is the World Cup. The guy walks out there, knocks the ball down with his chest, and then hands it to the other guy who kicks it into the net. What are we doing?
That's when it was over, obviously.
Yeah.
But
it was embarrassing to me. It was embarrassing. And we sat here watching the end of the match before it went off last night, and I kept telling everybody this is disgraceful. And people were texting, and you were saying, "Hey, it's early."
I was trying to be
I know,
positive.
but it never changed.
It did a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Once it got 2-0, okay, then the U.S. Seemed like they were pressing a little bit back. But to me, I could describe that the match last night in one hyphenated word.
What's that?
We were just outclassed. That's it. Outclassed. That's a whole nother level of soccer that those guys play. And if you think anything different, if you're a United States fan and you say, "Wait, hey, no way, we've closed the gap so much now, we're on that level, we're in that class." If you believe in that, then the only other way I can tell you what happened last night is that we just flat out choked. That's it. Those are the only two choices. Either they're that much better, which I believe they are, or we just flat out choked, which we may have. I got to be honest with you. I don't know what our $6 million a year coach said before the match, but it had to be the worst pep talk in the history of soccer. Our team did not come out and play the first 15 minutes of the match at all.
No.
And they got 7 shots. We got none. Remember I said we didn't have possession of the ball over midfield, and that set the tone of the entire evening. And look, when I don't want to say you got lucky, but you get the one goal on the set play and the ball glances off the head. Hey, it was kind of a reprieve. So, you take a deep breath and you go, okay, we're in this thing. No, you give up a goal 38 seconds later. Come on. It was outclassing. That's all it was. You go you watch your horse, he wins, then he goes and he, runs in a stakes race and he's, 20 lengths back and you say, what happened to him? Nothing happened to him. He's running against better horses. That's it. These are European teams. They kick our butt in soccer. End of story. And the story is the same.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't different.
No.
What I feel is like a dupe. Like you should feel and everyone else should feel.
Like a dope?
No, we got duped. We all thought this was the thing. We all thought this was the year. We'd been told. This is the same group that was in the cup last year. They had the experience. They had the know-how. They had they could pull it off. And they were going to, at home. I don't know how many times I heard that Seattle Stadium was built for soccer.
I told you that too.
That had anything to do with the result. But did you not hear that a bunch of times?
I told you that.
Yeah, right. We're in Seattle. Well, the stadium wasn't playing the game. It was just ridiculous. And, I fell for it. I really did. After they beat Paraguay, I said, okay. After they beat Australia, both looked great. I said, maybe this is something. And then they lost to Turkey, and I said, well, European team, but it didn't matter. It wasn't. So I bought it. Then we came back, won the next one. But we should have seen this coming because it's happened every 4 years. And I know you're not going to like to hear this, soccer fans, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Your sport is going to go back into the shadows until 4 more years from now. There will be all of the serious, hardcore SDFC fans, Wave fans. I get it. You're there. I love you. I feel you. I know you support your team like no other. But the rest of us, and that is a big part of the sports audience, I'm sorry to say, The rest of us are going to pay attention to something else until the next World Cup comes around. And that's just the way it has to be. I'm sorry. Are you going to go out and watch a USA match against France?
I mean, I have
down the road?
Yeah, I definitely would, because Kylian Mbappe.
Okay, yeah, he's fun to watch.
But I wouldn't watch some friendly against Belarus or something.
Of course you're not.
I don't even know
Just
why
like
I
you
chose
didn't watch
Belarus,
one before. You didn't even know, and I didn't know, and no one knew that Belgium whipped the Americans 5-2 in a friendly just a few months ago.
I had heard that, but it didn't care.
Right?
It didn't
everybody
register with
everybody
me.
said it didn't matter. Apparently it did.
Here's the thing, Chris, that we even cheated and we lost. And Belgium, I went to their newspapers this morning and got Google Translate to help me with what they were saying in Belgium. They are dancing on our grave, and they should. Because did you see the team before the game, after the game, doing the Trump dance? Like they're using this as fuel. This maybe is the best thing that ever happened to them.
They used it as fuel. There's no question about it. People around the world of soccer hate us. And it was funny because we talked yesterday with our guy from Apple TV, Jake Zivin, and he said, it's kind of nice to be hated because at least we're recognized. And I kind of bought what he was saying there. But yeah, no, everyone hates us. Everyone thinks that we cheated. Everyone thinks that, our president and the head of FIFA, pulled the shenanigans to make this happen. Whether they did or not is immaterial.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they did, and they will always think they did.
Mm-hmm.
And the team went out and laid an egg. And I will tell you, I don't know what the players on our team thought about the actions of getting the red card overturned. I know what they all said was, we didn't think about it and blah, blah, blah. But I want to tell you that one of the first things that happened after that match last night was Flo himself went to the Belgian coach and apologized for all of it.
I did not hear that.
He did not want the Belgian coach to think that he had anything to do with the shenanigans that happened surrounding his being allowed to play in that game. That says a lot to me right there. He didn't want to be part of that. But he was unwittingly part of it, because he was used basically as a pawn
he was.
in the negotiations between the president and the FIFA guy,
Infantino,
whatever they are. So this was just an all-out disaster. I'm sorry for the U.S. soccer fans. I know it means a lot to so many of you. I know a lot of you poured your heart into this team and everything, and we're really hoping this was going to be the one. And, look, our coach said after the match, as he collected his $6 million paycheck, because he got that much money because he was supposed to be the guy to turn this around.
Apparently he's a well-respected coach.
Well, he got his ass out-coached every which way, according to everything I read last night.
There was a lot of sitting around for him yesterday.
But as he was, depositing his $6 million check last night, he said, hey, American fans, hang in there. Okay, well, that's all you get. Hang in there. That's all I get. That's all I can give you too. Hang in there. Now there will be another World Cup in another 4 years. We'll all get excited. We'll win a match. We'll believe in it. And then we'll get into a game against a team that outclasses us like that. And that was hard to watch.
Let me play what Carly Lloyd had to say after the match. Because
Carly Lloyd's a decent person to go to here.
Oh, she has
won World Cups for the women's side.
Yeah, so here's what she said.
No, look, it's a bit of a downer for us being out here now after this loss, but I felt like they lost the game before they even stepped out onto the pitch, and I'm not sure why, and I don't know the reasons, but just from the beginning, just chasing, tentative, scared, just not confident on the ball. And I think big-time players, you wanted some of those big-time players to step up in big moments. And I got to be honest, I was a bit disappointed with Christian Pulisic. I think whether he wants to be the star of this team or not, we didn't see enough from him in this particular game and really the whole World Cup. Little glimpses here and there, but, look, aside from this loss, I think...
There, you get the gist of it, but she's right. Christian Pulisic,
well, she wasn't right.
What do you mean?
She wasn't right because she said we didn't see quite enough from Pulisic. No. We saw nothing from Pulisic. We saw nothing, absolutely zero from the guy who is supposed to lead this team. Did he get hurt? I think he got hurt last night. But on top of all of the other times he's missed action and not been there to help and contribute to this team, Pulisic is a failure, in the minds of most soccer fans who only tune in for the World Cup. There's no other way to rate it.
He's the face of the team.
Not picking on him.
No.
He did nothing. So that's just another part of it all last night.
That was a tough sports night for me.
They could have won 5 or 6-1 easily. The USA was like Carly Lloyd said it. They lost before they went out there. They didn't show up.
Sure felt like that.
Remember I said if we could call timeout, we would. We need a restart, do over. We didn't get one. All right. So the Padres or Team USA? I'll tell you what, I'm in such a mood after those two results last night that I think we got to just immediately switch up the vibe on this show.
To what?
We're going to have a fantabulous sports game show.
That's not the vibe I want to go to. It's going to make me even worse.
It's not one you normally want to go to, but you're going to have a new opponent today. Tony Gwynn Jr. is idle. Adam Klug is going to play against you in today's fantabulous sports game show. That's right. So you can either lord over him or you'll have another person who can lord over you.
I don't like this.
Fantabulous sports game shows coming up. There's also an epic, and I mean epic, Wimbledon match that is going into the 5th hour. We'll tell you about that when we come back on Gwynn and Chris.
Gwynn and Chris.
All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, put me on. And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the Beaver Nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name Beaver Nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was going to say it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say, I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth. But if you've ever had a Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor, it's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, are they cheesy? No, they're not cheesy at all, actually. They're sweet.
No, it's like a hard waffle with syrup on it, with dried encrusted syrup on it.
Now, I don't exactly know what the puff is. It could be just fake something.
Most likely. I mean,
it's like caramel a little bit too. All right, I gotta stop eating these because I will eat the whole bag. I love these things. I'm gonna leave them here though because I will eat this if I go home. It's just gonna be a bunch of beaver nuggets in my bed as I sleepwalk or something like that. All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, "Put me on, put me on, put me on." And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the beaver nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name beaver nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was just saying it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say. I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth. But if you've ever had a what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, "Are they cheesy?" No, they're not cheesy at all. Actually, they're sweet.
No, it's like a hard waffle with syrup on it, with dried encrusted syrup on it.
Now I don't exactly know what the puff is. It could be just fake something.
Most likely. I mean,
it's like caramel a little bit too. All right, I gotta stop eating these because I will eat the whole bag. I love these things. I'm gonna leave them here though because I will eat this if I go home. It's just gonna be a bunch of beaver nuggets in my bed as I sleepwalk or something like that. All right, it's time for the beaver nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But
I don't even know we're complaining. Just
venting.
Yeah, just reviewing what happened last night. The Padres were awful. I think Team USA was worse. Either way.
I'm not sure, Chris.
Yeah, I know. The Padres certainly gave a run for their money. But considering it was at stake, Team USA turned in an absolutely awful performance. And the difference, the Padres season continues, although I'm not so sure that's a good thing, the way they're going. All right, we're going to do the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. Adam Klug is going to sit in for Tony Gwynn Jr. He's kind of been, I want to say he's been badgering us to do this, but I can tell that he's always wanted to be invited.
Well, this is his son's favorite game show.
His son loves this game, right?
So now he gets to hear his dad do his favorite game show.
Yeah, so we're going to get that underway in a second, but I have to duck this in, guys. Djokovic and Ajay Al-Yassim, he's a Canadian player, third seed. They are coming up on 5 hours of this quarterfinal match. Right now, Djokovic is receiving serve at 6-5 in the final set. And he's 2 points from victory. But if Ajay Al-Yassim forces this to a tiebreaker, they only have 20 minutes to play it because the curfew is at the top of the hour, and I don't know what they're going to do.
Curfew strikes again?
If they get to the tiebreaker in the 5th set, after these guys have been out there for 5 hours, going to send them home, come back tomorrow and play the last 10 minutes? We'll see what Wimbledon does. But it's 30-all now in the Ajay Al-Yassim serving at 5-6, final set.
Man, if I could say his name as well as you are, I would say it.
I was about to say it 5 times fast.
Ajay Al-Yassim.
There you go. You got it.
Felix is his first name.
Yes, he's the 3rd seed. Djokovic is the 7th seed, but of course this is still Djokovic. Anyway, I'll try to keep you up to date on that. But let's get into the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. Also, a little later, we're going to give everybody a chance to win tickets as we did yesterday to opening day at Del Mar. So don't go too far. We'll have prizes to give away. We'll tell you about that soon. But let's get rolling with the Fantabulous Sports Game Show, shall we?
Hey, all you beautiful people out there. It's time to play one of our favorite games of the week.
All right.
We like to call it
Ooh, I'm going to go.
Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, I'm pretty excited for this. Skraby obviously has the experience, but it's Adam Klug. And I'm a little worried for you, Skraby, because Tony already holds the hammer over you in this game. And now Adam Klug could also hover the hammer on you if he wins it.
Yeah, something tells me Adam will be nicer about it than you and Tony.
But. Yeah, but he may be outwardly nicer, but believe me, he will enjoy.
Do I get to dance when I win?
Of course you do.
That's part of the game.
That's part of the game.
When,
sure.
I said?
When he wins, yeah.
And did you see me how I just accepted it? I said that's part of the game.
Yes. Now, on the other side of this, though, if Adam Klug should lose to you, Skraby, he has to go home and face his son.
That is true. Ethan's going to be very disappointed.
And that could put a lot of pressure on
I'll never live this down.
Adam Klug in this matchup. The tiebreaker just got started, so we'll see if they can get it done in the next 20 minutes. Djokovic got the first point of the tiebreaker. Here we go into our Fantabulous Sports Game Show. Easy category in terms of what the category is. I don't think these answers are going to be easy, though. You're going to name the top 7 finishers in total fantasy points scored for NFL quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers last season.
You knew I was coming in, huh?
Oh, man.
So
I just said
all
that
positions?
Today.
No. You're going to have the top 7 quarterbacks. You have the top 7 running backs and the top 7 wide receivers. Don't guess the tight end.
21 answers.
21 answers, correct. Don't guess the tight end, kickers, defense. They're out. And this is total points scored. So take into account, maybe guys missed games or however you want to look at it. And this is obviously in the ESPN fantasy football scoring system, which we all use in our league, and I think most people do. All right, so you guys understand the category, I'm sure.
I do.
Do you want to offer your challenger the opportunity to go first?
That's fine.
Adam, would you like to go first? Remember, 3 strikes and you're out.
Sure.
If you miss a question, you want to go first. All right, so you're going to name one of the top 7 quarterbacks, running backs, or wide receivers in fantasy points last season. Go.
I got to start with my my Atlanta Falcons, right?
You don't have to.
Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson, of course, that brings a smile to my face.
Yep.
He had 370 points to finish second among running backs. I think he got 90 of those points in the last game when he
got a lot.
Had that 99 or whatever yard touchdown run to help clinch a lot of championships, including mine. Thank you, Bijan. All right, Klug's on the board.
I'll go with your other star of your fantasy team, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, you guys are just all over bringing smiles to my face today. Smith and Jigba finished second in receiving with 359.9 points. And we are underway. 1-1. Adam Klug, your turn.
I'm minimizing the chat, by the way. Just get rid of that.
No, you don't need the chat because
I don't want to see the answers.
Well, they also, the chat tends to send answers in. So very good, Adam.
I'll dip into Skraby's backyard and say Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey, you guys are going for the big ones right off the bat. Good idea. McCaffrey was not only first in running backs, he was first in everything. 416.6 points.
Wow.
And Adam Klug leads 2-1. There are 21 correct answers, 18 left. Skraby.
I'm going to go Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford, yeah. I don't even know. Would you say he was drafted in everybody's league last year?
No way.
I would say he wasn't, but he finished third in quarterback scoring at 350.3. That is correct. Skraby 2, Adam 2. Adam's turn in the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. Looking for top 7 finishers in fantasy point scoring NFL last season.
Go Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Adam Klug getting all the big ones. He was first in quarterback scoring. Again.
Is that not the best strategy to go for the obvious
There's
ones?
no strategy that I know of. It's your first game. You're kind of creating a strategy as you go. But yeah, it's working out. Allen had 0.6. He was first in quarterback scoring again. Skraby looking to answer.
I'm going to go Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. Now, here's another guy that people had given up on after the previous year. But last year, he was on point. He finished fourth in running back scoring at 362.3 points. You guys are racing through these. It is 3-3. There are 15 correct answers left. Adam Klug, it is your turn.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs, another good running back. You guys have now named the top 4 running backs overall. Gibbs was third. So just to kind of reset things, Adam leads 4-3. We are a third of the way through the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. There are 5 quarterbacks left. There are 3 running backs left. And there are 6 wide receivers left. I'm looking at you, but it's his turn. Skraby, go for it.
I remember.
That's my no look pass there. That's my Magic Johnson move there.
I remember we did something similar weeks ago, and Amon-Ra St. Brown scored a lot of touchdowns, so I'm going to say him.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, he was third in wide receiver scoring. Skraby, 324 points. Good for you. That is a correct answer. We are tied at 4. For those tennis fans that are, trying to keep an eye on this match, as I am, they're in the tie break. Djokovic 4-2. So he has a mini break to try to win that match. At 15 minutes on the Wimbledon clock before curfew. So we'll see what happens. And it's Adam now in a 4-4 tie.
It's starting to get a little difficult. The big ones are mostly gone. I don't want to get my 3 strikes, but I'll go with Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua, yeah. Adam Klug, he's living at the top of the board. I like it. Adam Klug, yes, that's right. 5-4. Puka was number 1 in receiving, 375. Scored most of the goals against me in the first round of the playoffs, but somehow I was lucky enough to win. Skraby, you're down 5-4. There are 12 correct answers left. You guys haven't missed one yet. Top 7 fantasy point scorers, quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers.
Jamar Chase.
He had a bad year last year.
But it's still an amazing year.
He still finished 4th.
Yes.
I thought he was terrible last year until I looked at the list and went, he's 4th? Yeah, couldn't have been that bad. 313.6 points for Mar. Chase.
Getting into some tough territory
5-5, 11 left. And no misses yet. Fantabulous Sports Game Show. We have 5 quarterbacks, 3 running backs, and 3 wide receivers. Adam, where are you going here for your next selection?
I'm going to go with the player you're quite familiar with, Devon Achane.
Devon Achane, I am familiar with him. The Miami Dolphins as a team had 323 fantasy points. He had 322 of them. So, yes, that is correct, Adam. Very good. Achane, a one-man gang for Miami, finished 5th among running backs. So we are down now to the final 2 at the running back position. Still have 5 quarterbacks and 3 wide receivers. Nobody's missed yet. Skraby, been answering the bell.
What about
6-5? Adam leaves.
We're getting to the nitty
We
gritty.
have 10 left.
What about Caleb Williams?
Caleb Williams, you're going with a Tony Gwynn Jr. player, huh?
Yeah,
he's on my list.
That doesn't mean he's right.
Is he right?
He is.
Yes.
He finished 5th.
That's why he's on my list.
He finished 5th at quarterback with 318.1 points. Caleb Williams, who they will still not allow him to trademark the name Iceman, which I'm happy about because I remember George Gervin well. 6'6".
Well, George Gervin should have done it a long time ago.
Well, that was a day when they didn't think to do stuff like that, of course. 6'6", 9 left. Djokovic is halfway to the tiebreak. He's ahead 5-3. We are 6'6", and we are Adam Klug. Top 7 in points, fantasy points last year.
I will go with the runner-up for the NFL MVP award. That would be the quarterback of the Patriots, Drake May.
Drake May, I was shocked. He was 2nd in points scored by quarterbacks. I did not see that coming. 351.9. I will say this. All season long, Skraby was telling us that the Patriots just feasted on a bunch of bums.
Yep.
And we kept saying, they're doing all right. In the end, I think you were kind of right. Because when I saw Drake May play good teams in the playoffs, he just didn't look very good. He looked great until, They came right down to it.
I also said they were going to go 5-11, so I was way wrong about that.
You were way wrong, but you may not have been wrong about Drake May.
We'll see what he does this year.
Yeah, he still needs to prove it to me against better teams, but he did score a lot of fantasy points last year. That is correct, Adam. 7-6. Skraby hanging in. 8 correct answers left. You guys are running the table.
What about
in the Fantabulous Sports Game Show? These are 2 great fantasy football players, so I'm not surprised.
An aging running back, Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry is our first strike of the game.
What?
Derrick Henry did not make the top 7 in running back scoring last year. Skraby, my deepest apologies to you, but he's not there. He sounds like he should be.
He should
right?
be.
It's Derrick Henry, but
came on strong late in the year too.
Did not happen for Derrick Henry. I don't have the actual list in front of me. All I did was put the top 7 in each category. So I know Derek wasn't there. So that opens the door a little for you, Adam Klug. You have a 7-6 lead, and it is your turn.
I will go with the number 1 wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, George Pickens.
Interesting.
I got to tell you,
I completely forgot about
Adam
him.
Klug is prepared.
That
for
was
this,
good.
Skrabe. You're about to go down, I think, again.
No.
8-6. George Pickens finished 5th.
You thought I was going CD Lamb there.
I did.
291.9 points. I felt good about Pickens because I steered my wife in his direction about the 14th round, and he kept her very competitive last year. It is 9-7, Skrabe, or 8-6. It doesn't really matter. Let me see how many answers. There are 1, 2, 3 quarterbacks, 2 receivers, and 2 running backs. So 7 correct answers left.
3 QBs left?
3, 2, and 2. That is right. 3 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. It is 8-6 as the official score with 7 correct answers left. Skrabe, you need one. You have a strike.
Justin Jefferson.
You're going back
to strike.
He had a terrible quarterback.
Yeah, nowhere near. Justin Jefferson not on the list. Strike 2 for Skraby. 7 correct answers left for you, Adam Klug. You can, I don't want to say you can wrap it up, but this could give you a bit of a commanding position.
He's got 2 strikes.
He does.
Should I flex a little bit with the 2-strike count over there?
What does that mean?
Let's go a little bit off the board.
Oh.
You're going off the board?
He's going off the mainstream.
Not a surefire answer.
Oh, I see. So you're just like toying with him now?
Now he's just playing with
kind of
his
high
prey.
stepping into the end zone here with Chris Olave.
Yeah,
That's
Chris
the one I
Olave.
was thinking about. I couldn't figure out his name.
Chris Olave from Mission Hills High School.
I
Chris
almost
Olave.
said Kenny Stills, so that would have been the wrong guy.
268 points. He finished 6th in receiving. This is a
He goes Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
you go Chris Olave.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson was not great last year. All right, it's 9-6. Skraby, you can. Sorry, but you're in big trouble.
I'm
here.
in big trouble. I'm in big trouble.
Yeah, Justin. I'm looking. I got the list up here now. Justin Jefferson really did not do anything last year in wide receiving. So that was not a great guess. The other one was a little better. But anyway, you're down 2 strikes. What do you got? Try to stay alive.
I'm trying, Chris.
I know. Well, take your time.
This guy
you got
was...
2 quarterbacks. You got 2 running backs. You got 1 wide
3
receiver.
quarterbacks by my count.
Sorry, 3, 2, and 1. Yes, you're right.
All right. What about this might end the game. Joe Burrow.
I think he missed too many games.
He missed a lot of games.
Did he miss games last year?
Yeah, it's strike 3.
All right, I didn't
You're
say
out.
that. I actually said Lamar Jackson.
He's not in there either.
I knew
so
it.
you're
I
out.
knew it. No!
Adam Klug has won it in his debut turn in the Fantabulous Sports
Trevor
Game
Lawrence.
Show. Let's hear it for Adam Klug, who apparently memorized this, Skraby.
No, I knew that he was going to be great
You're up against
at this.
these people that are just unbeatable, apparently. Trevor Lawrence is right.
Jared Goff.
He is not right.
No.
Here's who's right. Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott, Bo Nix.
Whoa, Nix.
Those were the 3 quarterbacks. The 2 running backs were James Cook and Chase Brown. I thought he had a terrible year. He must have snuck in.
I did too.
I had Chase Brown written down.
And then the last wide receiver was Zay Flowers.
He was on my team and he was terrible.
And Adam wins 9-6. Ethan will be proud of him. Djokovic up 9-4. He has 5 match points at Wimbledon to move into the semifinals in an incredible, epic 5-hour match. Gwynn and Chris returns.
Well, we still got like a minute.
Oh, we do. So we can.
Adam can keep dancing over there in the corner.
You got any more moves? No, he doesn't have the same moves as Tony.
No,
Not much of a dancer.
No, me neither. But that's actually really disappointing.
That was a
I
fun
just
game,
lost
though.
again.
You knew I was
lost
coming in.
again.
I thought you were going to go Atlanta sports icons there, Chris.
Atlanta sports icons. Because I would have been
what's
so
funny?
good at that.
I did go Atlanta sports icons, but there was only 2 correct answers, so that was
look.
if the game would have been over. After Tommy Nobis,
Novus.
and you know who Tommy Nobis was.
Of course.
All right, he was one of the first hero Atlanta Falcons. He was a middle linebacker back in the expansion
My
days
28-3
of the Falcons.
Demons were excoriated today when Tom Brady declared that Egypt blew it worse than the Falcons in the Super Bowl.
Wow. Tom Brady
On Twitter.
just dancing on your grave like 10 years later.
Never gonna
I
get
think
past
that was just his
28-3.
way of bringing up his greatness one more time.
Yeah, we didn't need it, Tom.
Djokovic has won it in the tiebreak, 5th set, 5 hours. He goes to the semifinals. I don't know if he's any good at tennis, but this is his 55th career
this dance he's
major
doing.
semifinal. And he's dancing like he just won the Fantabulous Sports Game
he is.
Show.
Oh.
We'll be back. like to see Drew Carey, do the Price is Right while updating people on the Wimbledon quarterfinal match. I don't think enough people appreciated the effort there in that segment.
I know I didn't.
I know you didn't. You didn't even recognize the fact that while you and Adam were playing a hard charging game show. I was watching the tennis match the entire time. What a finish. Djokovic wins it 7-6 in the fifth in about 5 hours to move on to the semifinals. 2 minutes before curfew, it finished there at Wimbledon.
Adam went back to his desk and is talking trash on the chat.
I can only imagine.
He said, just got back to my desk. What did I miss?
Yeah.
I hate this game.
I told you, man.
I hate it. I'm not good at memory games.
I told you that he's not going to be as, in your face as Tony is about holding this over you, but he's not going to forget either.
Oh, of course not. I mean,
yeah, that's going to be the way that goes.
Remembering things in a memory game is just.
I gotta
not
say
my
though, I think
suit.
you actually do pretty well. I'm just amazed that what he remembered. Like I don't remember Trevor Lawrence doing anything all that spectacular last year.
Jaguars. Travis Etienne, no.
As soon as you said Trevor Lawrence, I'm like, that's not going to be right.
And it was it. I
It
forgot.
was.
Oh.
Meanwhile, World Cup. A couple of quick notes here. Switzerland, Colombia into extra time. 2 15-minute periods. The first of which just got underway. There's no score in the match. Winner will become the final quarterfinalist. Joining Argentina. I wish I knew enough about soccer to really speak about this as hardcore as everybody else is. But from what I can understand, unless you're unless you're Argentinian out there, unless you're from Argentina, you pretty much think that match was absolutely fixed in the favor of Argentina. That's what people are saying. I'm not saying it. I don't know enough about it. I do know that Egypt led 2-0. I do know that they had a goal taken away in the first half, like 10 minutes after it was scored. Like the penalty happened way back here. They didn't say anything. So the play continued. 2-3 more passes were made. The guy scores. And then the video review goes, oh, wait a minute. What about that play like 8 minutes ago?
Yeah, away from the no one.
Right.
No, it
and
didn't
so
matter.
They went back, they reviewed it and said, oh, yeah, you know what? That was a foul. So they took away that goal from Egypt. People were rankled by that. In the meantime, Messi, the greatest player in soccer history, missed a penalty kick in the first half. He had it saved by the Egyptian goalie. Incredible. Like, this is Messi. So it's still 2-0 Egypt, 10 minutes remaining. And then out of nowhere rises Messi, and he makes a pass for a goal. He scores with about 4 minutes left to tie it. And then they go to extra time, and there's a play where Egypt has the ball in the box, and the Argentina player grabs him by the shirt and holds him and drags him down. Yep. No call. And now no review.
Yeah.
Like there had been earlier from 8 minutes ago.
They review everything.
Right.
But this one, we can let it go.
Yeah, and the Egypt people were like, are you kidding me? And then, another minute.
I feel bad for the Egyptian fans.
I don't know enough, but people say that, you talk about the whole thing being fixed, but people say it's fixed for Argentina. So that's what people are saying. So
Gonzo said on the chat, VA Argentina, Vargentina.
Oh, Vargentina, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And the reason that we ask all these questions is because FIFA is corrupt and we all know it. And so these questions come up.
Yeah, they're absolutely corrupt. You have to have your head deep in the sand to not understand how corrupt FIFA is. So, Argentina advances 3-2. I will say this, Argentina did score the 3 goals. Like they had to do that.
They're pretty awesome too.
But, Egypt had at least one taken away and another one that at least should have been reviewed and was not. And so Messi advances like the naysayers would say, Messi advances because FIFA wants him to.
Adam makes a good point in the chat. He said the legit takeaway is that they're using VAR for things they aren't supposed to, which seems to be true.
Yeah, I don't know, but I do know. I'll say this about VAR. This goes back to my argument that I've had about, NFL replay, Major League replay, baseball, etc. I want everything to be right, just like you want it to be right. But I don't want, after every NFL game, the focus of the game to be on some video review. Do you?
No, not at all.
I don't either, right? You want to be talking about a great play that some guy made, or a tackle, or an interception. You don't want to be saying, hey, they lost that game because the booth overturned that call or didn't overturn it. Well, luckily that didn't happen in the NFL more than, 10 times a year.
Yeah.
It happens too much. But in the soccer, in the World Cup, it seems like it's happening almost every match.
They go to the VAR a lot, and it just is surprising that it's not consistent because they should have reviewed that play. They're reviewing everything, but they don't review that one play.
It does seem like Egypt got really hosed, but again, I don't know enough to say Argentina will play either Switzerland or Colombia. That one is still to be determined. All right, into hour number 2, and today's. How are we supposed to pick these soccer matches when they're fixed, Skraby?
I need to call up Infantino.
We'll try anyway in the fantabulous
Daily
Gambit. Yeah.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in the Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios where we know how, and we made some bets last night. I think we bet with our heart on a few of these and not with our head. USA minus half a goal against Belgium, which, looking back, that was the wrong line.
That turned out to be a wayward line for sure.
Yeah, we both chose USA, and as we all know,
we're going to say that the totally outclassed team is favored.
Yes.
You know why? Because they're playing in that Seattle stadium. Remember, they can't lose in that stadium.
The sound gets funneled back down towards the field, Chris.
What does that have to do with, who wins the game, the match?
I will not blame this on the Seattle fans, okay?
I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying that we lost fair and square because we're not as good.
What did I say to you?
Say whatever you want. We're not as good.
What did I say to you last night when we were like, maybe the phone call wasn't the greatest idea? I said, ball don't lie, Chris. Ball don't lie.
Well, there are those people out there who think the karma got us.
Possibly.
It may have.
Or
it may have contributed. But
just weren't that good.
But with all due respect to, the president and him trying to, do what he thought was right, if you really believe that had something to do with this debacle, I got another. This was such a mismatch. I don't think it mattered what happened.
Yeah, we all got duped. Everybody said Belgium wasn't playing well.
Right. Belgium's a lousy European team.
Oh, Belgium's easy.
Well, thank goodness that we lost then, because what would have happened if we played a good one in Spain in the next round?
9-0.
Yeah, might have gone to double figures.
All right, I did get this one right. Over under total goals of 2.5. It was 5. I said over. U.S. Belgium over under 9.5 corner kicks. Both of us said over. Both of us were wrong. They had 8 corner kicks. Padres were only a half-run favorite on the Dbacks yesterday. We went Padres. They lost 8-0. Over under 8.5 total runs in the game last night. We went under. It was under Tatis or Corbin Carroll, who had more runs plus hits plus RBIs. We both went Toddy. Corbin Carroll had a hit and a run, so that gave him 2 in wins. Yankees minus 1.5 at the Rays. You went Yankees, I went Rays. Yankees win 5-1. Sparks minus 4.5 against the Storm. We both went Sparks, and the Storm won 85-64.
Storm!
Yeah, Storm stormed away with the win.
There's a storm warning.
I don't know which joke was worse, mine or yours.
That was bad. All right, let's get to tonight. The odds makers aren't falling for it again.
No banana in the tailpipe?
No, Arizona's favored over the Padres by 1.5. I don't know. Have they been watching the Padres play lately? 1.5.
It's the standard line.
Yeah, I know it is. I'm just saying we haven't.
It could be 3.5, though.
It should be 3.5.
Where are you going to go with?
I mean, Zach Gallen has been awful, but we can't hit anyone. And who are we? I mean, Marquez is starting, as you said he would, but Brito's going to be right in there. God, I'm going to go with Arizona. Sorry, I've lost faith.
Yeah.
Until further notice, I've lost faith.
Me too. I need this team to show me that they can win before I pick them to win.
9 runs over-under for this game. Arizona Padres, 9 runs. What was the over-under last night, did I say?
8.5.
Oh, and it got 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, Padres did not do their part.
They scored 0 runs last night.
Yes, they did.
I'm going to go under.
Second time in 3 games they've been shut out. I mean, that is, and you know what's funny? That's almost a footnote to everything else that's wrong.
Yeah. That's true.
Tatis, 1.5.
What did you say, under?
I said over.
Oh, okay.
Because these 2 pitchers, I got to believe it'll be over, but who knows? Tatis, 1.5, over under total bases for him. So a double would put him over. He doesn't hit doubles. He might hit 2 singles, though. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and go over.
Yeah, I'll go over as well.
Okay. Tampa Bay tonight is favored by 1.5 over the Yankees. Last night, the Yankees won behind Schlittler.
Yeah.
Who's been the man.
He has been the man.
But tonight, Tampa Bay with a 3-game lead over the Yankees in the standings. What do you like? Tampa Bay at home.
I don't think the Rays lose back-to-back. I'll say Rays.
All right. I think Aaron Boone had that look about him last night. Yankees are back.
Oh, they're back?
Yeah. I'll take the Yankees. Skubal pitching against the A's, -2 strikeouts versus Paul Skeens. Skeens is pitching against the Braves.
Ooh.
Skeens has been very, very mediocre of late.
Very pedestrian.
Is
it me?
No, it's me, and I'll take Skubal because I don't trust Skeens at the moment. He's been not good.
I'm going to go Skubal, too.
Skubal.
I think he just threw 9.
Going to go to the future Padre, Tariq Skubal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Everybody's going, we got to trade for him. We got to trade for like 9 new players the way we're going right now.
About the trades real quick, I appreciate you sending me trades, but send me realistic trades. They're not getting rid of Xander Bogaerts for like a major league ready player. It's not happening.
Even if they did, what would it do? What is one
get the
player going to
contract
do?
off the books.
No,
That's
I get that. But I mean, you know what I'm saying, though. What is one player going to do? This is a team-wide mess right now.
It certainly
this isn't
is.
one player. All right, let's go to Wimbledon tomorrow. Our guy, the erstwhile San Diegan, Taylor Fritz, is in the quarterfinals, taking on number 2 seed Alexander Zverev. But because it's on grass, Fritz is favored by 1.5 games to get to the semifinals. Can Fritz return to the semifinals for the second consecutive year? Skraby, it's your pick.
I'll go with Fritzy.
You going with our guy?
Yep.
Zverev is not, he's not as good, right, on the grass. Fritz should win, but he won't. I'll take Zverev. New York Liberty, 6.5 over the Dallas Wings. Tonight, this is a good WNBA matchup. 2 of the better teams in the league. I'm first. Dallas has been better, but not in the Big Apple. I hope they got the garden cleared out for tonight's game. Got all of the statues and garden furniture out of there.
I don't know if employees were allowed in to see the castle that was built.
Has anyone seen it?
I don't think so.
I don't think anyone's seen it yet.
And that's fine. I don't really care if you want to keep your wedding private, but you did invite the entire world to Madison Square Garden for your wedding. So.
Well, and I'm just going to say it right now, how mad I'm going to be if I found out that People Magazine or one of these things had to pay $5 million for exclusive photos, as if.
I'm sure they probably will.
Yeah, well, because Taylor and Travis need, just a tad more money.
I'm
they
not
already inconvenienced like all of New York City.
Yes, they did.
So
they shut down a lot of streets, and there are a lot of angry New Yorkers.
Yeah.
I
went with the Liberty. Who'd you go?
Dallas.
Wings. And then one last, Beckers for Dallas, -1 point against the great Brianna Stewart. Beckers is favored by 1. Who do you like?
I will go with Beckers.
Beckers on the big stage. I'll take Brianna. She still brings it. After all these years, Brianna Stewart, probably the most decorated college basketball player other than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar ever.
Well, she went to UConn, so.
She also was Player of the Year 4 times, and they won it 4 times. Don't know how you can be more decorated than that, frankly. Gwynn and Chris takes a break. This Switzerland-Colombia match is going into the second extra 15 minutes, still scoreless. The final berth in the World Cup quarterfinals on the line. More to come.
Stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low. typical tandem student right there. I tried. I wrecked your good job, buddy. Fun, huh? You need help with anything? Okay, I'm nervous. Stand up, stay low. Hands on the heart. Stay low.
I don't know, liven up the world a little bit, Skraby. I say, if you want to decide these matches on PKs, because, as the saying, you just can't play forever. All right, fine. But I say you sneak one more rule in before that.
What's that?
You say if both teams play 120 minutes of soccer and neither of them score, like they should be required to stay out there
until
and have to finish it till somebody scores. Right.
So if they
so if it's 1-1, 2-2, you got a couple of goals, I'll let you go PKs. But if you can't score at all, then stay out there until you get one.
I don't know if that's the best
not gonna
use
happen.
of time, but I'd rather.
I just feel like they should be required. Somebody should be required to score one goal.
By the way, it is incredible when someone saves a penalty kick. Someone saved a Messi penalty kick today, and I was like, "What? They stopped one?"
Yeah.
It just seems, or move the penalty kick circle back a little bit. It's very close.
Well, speaking of penalty kicks, they're 10 minutes away from that. Switzerland and Colombia, no score. Gwynn and Chris with Tony Idle today, continuing here on 97.3 The Fan. We got a couple of hours to go. We're going to talk a little bit about San Diego State's entry into the Pac-12. Been waiting a lifetime for this, Skraby. Unfortunately, what we finally got is not what I was necessarily waiting a lifetime for.
No.
But we'll talk about it with Kirk Kenny and some of the other goings on on the Mesa here shortly. But right now, Padres are going to, I'm going to give Craig Stammen this bit of credit. He keeps trying to change the lineup, hoping something will work.
He definitely does.
And he's done it again tonight. Here we go.
Yes. Leading off, Ferdinando Tatis Jr. playing right field. Batting second, Jackson Merrill back up there playing center field. Xander Bogaerts back in the lineup playing shortstop. Batting third, Manny Machado third base cleaning up. Gavin Sheets DHing in the fifth spot. Jake Cronenworth at first base tonight batting sixth. Luis Campusano catching at seventh. Samad Taylor left field eighth. Sung Mung Song playing second base batting ninth. And Herman Marquez pitching.
I'll be honest with you. Right now, things are so bad that about the only player right now that I'm hearing anything nice said about is Sun Mun Song. That's how low we've fallen. Like he's starting to kind of hit the ball. He went 0 for 4 last night, so that put a little damper on it.
No, but he made a great defensive play.
Made some more great defensive plays last night at shortstop. He's making them at second base. He's starting to bunt a little bit. He's hitting some balls off the wall. He's stealing bases. I'm trying to find something, Scrabe.
I'm trying to find
some lipstick there in that clubhouse of pigs at the moment. I didn't mean it like that. That didn't come out right.
He wasn't calling the players pigs.
No, I wasn't. But that came out wrong. But I think the saying, right? It's we're trying to find something good, and it's not happening at the moment.
Here's another thing that I keep hearing from people out there. Oh, the Padres just need a spark. You don't think that being 5 games or whatever they are out of the wild card is enough to spark a team into trying to play a little bit better? Like this has been bad. This has been a terrible stretch of baseball. And I don't see any difference.
As I said it earlier, it's been a terrible stretch of baseball, not for a week, not for 2 weeks, not even for a month. It's been 43 games now.
I don't know that we can
2 games under 500?
Yes.
They're 15 and 28 over 43 games. And, I mean, some of these losses, like lately, are getting quite embarrassing.
Yes, they are.
Diamondbacks will send Zach Gallen tonight. I just want to remind, German Marquez is starting for the Padres with a 5.79 ERA. His ERA is far better than that of the Padres' opponent tonight, Zach Gallen, 6.36. I mean, do you just want to write the post-game speech for Manny? Yeah, you got to tip our cap to Zach Gallen tonight. He pitched well.
He's still.
This is happening night after night after. Yeah, he still got it. He's still a big leaguer. I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm saying we're getting tired of hearing it at the moment because, at some point you got to beat somebody.
You do.
So
you do.
Brandon Pfaadt is not a good pitcher. Guy was in the minor leagues for a reason. Just got called up. Okay, but you didn't lose to Mizorowski last night.
No.
You didn't get shut down by Skeens. You didn't get shut down even by Yamamoto or, even Shota Imanaga, right? I mean, you got shut down by the Diamondbacks, number 5 guy, and he's barely that. So
I think the scariest
at some point you have to look and say, this can't keep happening.
I think the scariest part to me is that starting pitching has completely disappeared. And the game, and we're giving the offense a hard time. When you're down 6-0 in the first 2 innings of the game for maybe the 15th time in the last 40 games, I think that would be depressing, and I think that would be hard to get back into it. Yeah. It's all the way around.
It's happening quite often. You know what?
And ABS challenges have gotten worse somehow.
They were out of him in the 3rd inning last night.
They've gotten worse.
On 2 inane calls that didn't matter. And now they're out of them.
I laugh so I don't cry.
I know. They're so bad at ABS challenging. So we're golfing today. This connects to the Padres, I think. We're golfing today, and one of our guys, Scott, on his tee shot, Skraby hits it not left, but left.
Is he okay?
He's a right-handed golfer.
Oh, so he hooked it way left.
He didn't even hook it.
He just hit it that way.
He straight left, and he's like, "What am I doing?"
I don't think I've ever seen a right-handed golfer do that.
Yeah, we hadn't either, and he's good. He's a good golfer, Scott. If you're out there, he's a good golfer. Shoots bogey golf, but this, tee shot was just wayward, right?
Yeah.
So he's got that was terrible. He goes, take a mulligan. We allow a mulligan every now and again, and a shot like that, why not? Hit it pretty much the same the second time, almost the exact same.
Bottom line.
And no, he throws his hands up and he goes, "What am I doing?" like that. And one of the other guys in our thing just deadpans in the cart. John, he goes, "You're hitting it left." And it was just the timing of it was perfect. And I bring it up because it's kind of like the answer to the question I'm getting, you're getting, Adam's getting, everyone connected with the Padres or any media is getting. What's wrong with the Padres? And the answer really is very obvious. They can't hit and they can't pitch. End of story.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, you want to ask more? There's no other things.
Or as the kids say, full stop.
Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, end of story. Right, okay, full stop, yeah. They can't hit, they can't pitch. I don't really need to tell you a whole lot more.
No.
So, all right, we'll take a break, come back. Kurt Kenny will talk a little San Diego State with us. We'll get our mind off the Padres for a bit.
I truly reached out to Kirk because I was like, I can't do a Padres thing today, and I can't do a Team USA thing. Aztecs are going to make us happy.
Hopefully.
Yes.
From the first pitch of the year to the biggest.
So last night, the bus was to leave for the airport at 8 p.m. And Tony, you know this. Everybody knows this. If you're hooked up with anything like this, as Pete Carroll used to say, on time means you're late.
Right.
So Amy's the young lady who handles all the travel and puts together the itinerary.
So we're just about ready to leave. You know, the
TJ
bus is
Lucida.
she stands up as the bus is kind of rumbling to life. And she goes, okay, everybody get your passports out. I want to make sure nobody leaves without their passport. Because, again, you are talking to college kids here, and you don't want
college
them
kids,
to,
huh?
That's who she thought she was talking to.
She thought she. So I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to my head, like, you don't need a passport for this trip. I didn't even bring one. We're just going to the Bahamas. And so, yeah.
That was your thought process? The Bahamas are an international flight, I believe.
This is almost equal to the fact that North Dakota borders Canada.
I think it does equal that, Skraby.
Actually, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I forgot about it too, buddy.
Right. So for whatever reason, I did not bring my passport. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, my stomach, you have your sinking feeling. And I'm like, what? Never do that. Yeah, thank you. And I was like, oh no, I don't have my passport. Here's my second thought, guys. If I just quietly call Lori, because the flight wasn't until 10 o'clock. You got some extra time. So I said, if I call Lori and just have her bring my passport down to the airport, I'll be able to get away with this without everybody knowing that I blew it. Because that isn't a factor here. You don't want to be embarrassed. So she's in the back checking the players' passport situation out. And I'm having this argument with myself. Oh no, what do I do? And so my first thing is I'll call Lori and I'll just say, hey, can you, I blew it. I forgot my passport. Can you meet me down at the airport? And then I thought, we live 25 minutes from the airport. Lori is not going to be happy.
Nope.
Getting my passport and driving it down there.
Because the airport is really easy to access these days.
And never easy to access, exactly. So I had a quick discussion with myself, and it was either A, it's time for me to embarrass myself in front of the team, or I'm going to have to ask Lori to drive to the airport. I chose the first one. So I said, oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot my passport. I don't have it. And Stacey Terry Hudson looked at me and like, what? Like you? I mean, she wasn't mean about it. She was just like so surprised. And as I was, and everybody's like, what are you going to do? And I said, well, I live, literally 10 minutes from the school. And I said, I'm going to call Lori right now. Is there any way we can just hold up for 10 minutes?
What?
That's all. It was either that or make Lori drive down, Skraby. You got to understand my options here. They're very limited.
I get it, but I think your mistake means that you have to
do the hard one.
Yeah, you have to deal with the hard part.
I agree. Well, this didn't turn out a whole lot better. Amy, it's her first year on the job, but she's a very nice gal, so I don't have any really, I don't have any cachet with her yet. And she's like, looking at her watch, looking at Coach Stacey Terry. She's like, 10 minutes, because that can be a little...
That's stressful.
Well,
it's stressful. And she doesn't care. Her job is to get everybody on that damn plane.
Right. And a lot of times what we don't know, the traveling party doesn't know, is they've already called ahead and talked. They have a travel agent that's going to kind of expedite the process a little bit. And if they mess up that contact, then everybody's messed up.
So everything is thrown asunder if you got to wait 10 minutes. And but I'm on the phone with Lori, and Lori's like, well, I'm not going to the airport. There's no way. She's like, you tell them that I'll be there in 10 minutes.
You tell them.
And I will give Lori a lot of credit. She, while this discussion was going on, found the passport and was already in the car.
Whoa.
So I give her a ton of credit. She didn't wait for... okay, go get the passport and hurry up.
Because she knew she wasn't going to the airport. So
she knew she wasn't going to the airport. Exactly, Tony.
She's like, I'm in the car.
She did. She said, I'm in the car. So I told, Amy, and I got Lori on the phone. I'm telling Amy and Coach, I'm like, she's on her way. And I said, I drive this all the time. It really is 10 minutes. And they're like, all right, 10 minutes. So last night, the bus was to leave for the airport at 8 p.m. And Tony, you know this, everybody knows this, if you're hooked up with anything like this, as Pete Carroll used to say, on time means you're late.
Right.
So Amy's the young lady who handles all the travel and puts together the itinerary. So we're just about ready to leave.
TJ
Lasita. She stands up as the bus is kind of rumbling to life. And she goes, okay, everybody get your passports out. I want to make sure nobody leaves without their passport. Because, again, you are talking to college kids here, and you don't want
college
them
kids,
to,
That's what she thought she was talking to.
She thought she. So I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to my head, like, well, you don't need a passport for this trip. I didn't even bring one. We're just going to the Bahamas. And so, yeah.
Hill House Studios can't contain us. Skraby and I will be out there on Friday. This Friday at Far Corner, Ultimate Game Day Hangout. It's located across from Petco Park on the corner of 10th and J. We'll see you there starting at 2 o'clock, broadcasting live before Padres Toronto. Come say hi, talk baseball, enjoy some insane made from scratch pizza. Next, that is great pizza, by the way. I don't want to just gloss over that.
No, it's not. It is really good.
Love their pizza. Next level cocktails and unbeatable game day specials, which include $4 beer, $6 wells, $9 house wines. Everything gets underway at 2 o'clock. Far Corner, a better place to celebrate baseball. There's a great atmosphere there. We've been there. We love it. And we're looking forward to seeing some of you out there Friday, starting at 2 o'clock. All guests join us on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It's better. Kirk Kenny will be on that hotline shortly. We are less than 2 months away, for what it's worth, less than 2 months away from the college football opener.
I thought you were going to go NFL, and I was ready.
Oh, we probably are less than 2 months from that as well.
Yeah, college football always starts first.
San Diego State's first game is September 5th. So, right, we're within 2 months of the opening game.
That is true.
Yeah. College football.
Yeah.
I love all these kids that go out and compete. And I root for them like you can't believe. They put their hearts and souls into it. I think it's good that some of them get some money. But I don't like what's happened to the game of college football. I got to be honest. It's not trying to take away from the kids themselves, but it's taken away, to me, a lot of the fun of college football and the spirit of the whole thing. NIL, transfer portal, but I think even worse than that, just the big money, what do you say, greediness, out there where people are lining pocketbooks and not looking out for what's best for the game. Anyway, Kirk Kenny joins us.
And with that.
Welcome to the sport he loves to cover, Kirk Kenny on the SDCCU fan hotline. Kirk, I know you kind of agree with me to a certain extent, right? I mean, the days of, kind of the rah-rah fun of college football, that's a pie in the sky at this point.
Well, first I'd like to say glad to be here, especially after that great warm-up.
You're welcome.
There's times where I'm at that age now. I just became a senior citizen 2 weeks ago.
Good for you.
And so I'm having a lawn put in so I can tell people to get off it. But sometimes I think, okay, I'm just old, so I always, romanticize the good old days and this and that. But, when you look at some of the things going on, it really is a challenge to still enjoy some of the aspects. 30-some years ago, I worked for a guy, and he had a saying about America, and he said, we take something good, we make it great, and then we ruin it. And you can apply that to almost anything.
Yeah. College football's not alone. It's not alone.
No.
But at the same time, we are at long last into the Pac-12. And if I haven't officially, 6 days ago, July 1st was the day that we officially became into the Pac-12. Kirk, give us, first of all, we all know it's not the Pac-12. We all dreamed of it being. But what credit is due and who's due the credit that we're at least finally able to get to this point? Because I do feel like this point at least has the potential to lead to something else, whereas I felt like the Mountain West Conference, we never were going to get anywhere.
Yeah, I think the gotten pretty tired of the Mountain West. One difficulty with that is the Mountain West, some of the lower level teams in the Mountain West, they just were not going to try to compete on a higher level. And so I think that was going to drag the conference down to some degree. So I think one of the good things about the Pac-12, they took kind of the cream of the crop of the Mountain West by and large and added Oregon State and Washington State. And then they brought in Texas State to give them 8 teams for football. So the key, I think, will be, can they be the 5th best conference and get an automatic berth to the playoff? And then, like you said, I think, the only thing that's constant is change. And these ever-evolving conferences, I think we're going to see more big change in the next 5 years probably. And this, I think, better positions them to move along with that change rather than being still in the Mountain West for years and years to come.
Talking to Kurt Kenny here on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. And we were texting a little bit earlier about how the Pac-12 is going to be perceived amongst people out there. And you also dropped this, that they're not going to be having a media day this year because they're electing to save that money and use it for other things throughout the season. Do you think that's a good or bad idea?
In their case, I don't think it's a bad idea. Some of the biggest, SEC, Big Ten, I think they get a huge publicity out of their media days. When I'd go to the Mountain West media days in Vegas the past decade, I don't know that they really got that much out of it. And from some of the people I talked to, coaches and players, that they didn't think it was that great for them. And in fact, as media, I don't know how much I got out of it. I remember a couple of years back, Fresno State had a quarterback, Jake Hayner, and I had a really good interview with him in July, and waiting for when the Aztecs played Fresno State. Well, by the time they played, he was hurt and wasn't even playing, so I had no story to do. So there's times where, they bring everybody together, but I just don't know how productive that always was. And it was good to have some extra time just to spend with the Aztec players and coaches there, but some of the other players that they provided, I don't know how much extra that gave us for coverage.
San Diego State, when do they actually come in and get going here in earnest for the September 5th opener? I know we've been through spring ball and all of that. Where are we on football right now? What are there are rules still in place of how much you can practice, or has that even gone away?
Yeah, there's still rules. I don't know how much they have to be followed anymore.
Okay.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, okay. You're pretty much, if you want to go 24/7, you're good.
Yeah.
They've been doing summer workouts, conditioning, and then on August 5th they will start camp, which is exactly a month before the season opener against Portland State at Snapdragon Stadium.
Portland State is the season opener, huh?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
The Vikings.
Yeah. That seems like
the
a
one's
weird
not
place to have Vikings.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Portland State.
I didn't know that Oregon had Vikings.
The Vikings.
Who's their most famous alum, Chris?
Neil Lomax?
Yeah, that's what I would guess too.
Okay.
I don't even know who that is. We're talking to Kirk Kenny here on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking.
Yeah, we'll just move on from you.
Yeah,
your lack of knowledge disturbs me.
Who is he?
He was
You've heard of the Civil War, right?
Yes, I've heard of the Civil War.
He
okay.
He quarterbacked after that.
Okay.
He was for the Cardinals, and pretty good actually for a bad Cardinal teams. He threw for a lot of yardage.
I think I might need a trivia contest between the two of you. Because Chris says move on.
No, Kirk's
he's very unless it's TV stuff, then I think Chris would have me on sports.
Yeah, Gunsmoke trivia would be great. Anyway, Sean Lewis.
Green.
Sean Lewis coming into his 3rd season with the team. Now, I like Sean Lewis because he seems like he's bought in with San Diego State. He doesn't seem like he's got one foot out the door. I also know that you have very short amount of time to prove yourself as a coach of the team. Do you think there's any added pressure on Sean Lewis this year heading into his 3rd year?
I don't think anyone can put more pressure on Sean Lewis than he puts on himself. I mean, there were several weeks, I think, where he was sleeping in his office rather than going home just to save the extra time driving to focus on trying to get a win that week. 9-4 last year, that was a big turnaround from the previous season, and I think they want to build on that this year. I thought they did very well in the portal, bringing in new talent. So I think things point in a direction of a similar type season to last season. But as far as pressure, I don't think anybody's putting pressure on him to win. I think it's all all he talks about is winning, and I think he puts enough pressure on himself that he's not going to see it from the outside.
Kirk, when I look back at last year, a lot of good times. And the quarterback situation was kind of crazy the whole year. And then look, they get into a bowl game and the kid comes off the bench there and runs wild for the Aztecs, has an unbelievable game. But the defense wasn't there because they all had to sit out for various reasons. The defense is what carried them to where they got. And it was really a great defense in a lot of ways. Great players, Chris Johnson and more. So where's the focus? Where are we looking at this year coming into it? What are we leaning on in terms of, what we think is going to be good?
Well, I think they brought in some good transfers on defense, but it's, until they've proven themselves.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have to rely on – it's going to be a reverse of last year. There's going to a lot more guys back on offense, including Jaden Danigal, the quarterback, who's healthy now after having off-season surgery. The quarterback you mentioned who ran wild, Bert Emanuel Jr., has been moved out to wide receiver, so that gets him on the field more and gives you even more talent on offense. Lucky Sutton's back at running back and some of their wide receivers as well. So I think it bodes well for this being perhaps the most productive offense since the heyday of a decade ago with the big guys in the backfield. So then it's a key of how quickly the new guys on defense come together and can replicate what was accomplished last year.
Kirk,
I like it. I didn't know Lucky was back. It always seems like our running backs.
Dog?
No, Lucky the dog. No, Lucky the
Sutton,
running
yes,
back. I'm talking about Lucky the running back, Skraby. No, but it always seems like our good running backs are one and out the door.
Like
so I'm glad to hear he's back. He was good.
Why do you think he has so many kids staying with the team instead of doing what a lot of other players do, which is find some money and go transfer elsewhere?
Well, I think it's various situations. Their wide receiver, Jordan Napier, I think probably would have transferred, but he got hurt during the season, and that reduced his marketability to try and go somewhere else. Others, like Lucky Sutton, he's homegrown. I'm sure they have ponied up some money for him, and it was enough to keep him. They did lose, Trey White. They lost to Texas Tech because I heard he got around, $1.7 million, which you can't tell a kid no to that.
No.
But I think
he gets that much money. It's going to have to start coming out of your paycheck, Kirk, to get down to that. So we can't do that.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's going to happen. But but I mean, they brought up how much I think last year the amount they spent was about a little over $1.5 million, and this year I think they're around $5.5 million. So they substantially brought up how much they're able to retain players.
That's a lot of a huge raise.
It is. Until you realize the top teams around the nation are now over 40 million.
Yeah, no, I get it.
40?
Yeah, no, they keep moving that goalpost. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But if you look at within your own conference, I think most of the teams are between 6 and 7 million, so they're within the
still
range
in the
of
hunt.
their own conference.
Kirk, let me look at I'm looking at the schedule. Kirk Kenny's with us on the SDCCU fan hotline. Portland State, fine. Every team always opens with somebody like that. You kind of get in there, you get a nice win, hopefully. UCLA, always a good one. It's on the road this year, but our fans love to play UCLA. I get it. James Madison is the one that they got, to come in here. Obviously, they were in the playoff last year. That's a great, get on paper, but we also know that James Madison doesn't carry with it a tremendous name and tradition. Texas State, Fresno State, Washington State, Utah State are the home games. How is it, trying to put together a schedule, and how important, to get as good a schedule as you can, so that the fan base is, a little more. I think the schedule tends to geek people up or down going into seasons sometimes.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that's fascinating this year with the schedule is the James Madison head coach, Bob Chesney, moved over to UCLA after the season. So, I think he took about a dozen players with him. So it's kind of like James Madison's A team is now at UCLA and the B team's at James Madison.
That's weird, yeah.
But now it's going to be weird but how much more talent did James Madison bring in coming off the season that they had? So that'll be kind of one thing that's fascinating to watch. in some of the upcoming years, there's some big name schools coming in the front part of the schedule, and it's always, you want to bring in some big names and, you know, get the fans fired up. But at the same time, you don't want yourself so beat up that by the time you didn't get into conference play that you can't compete as well as you'd like.
And one last thing on the schedule, because I'm reminded of this, and I'm going to throw it out for everybody. The final Saturday of the Mountain West season, November 28th, you play a flex opponent. Remember, right? There's only 8 teams in the conference, so you got the 7 games, and then you have your 8th game as a flex opponent. You kind of explained that to me before, Kirk, but give it to me one more time so I'm kind of down with it going into the season, how that'll work. Because it's actually before the championship game. So how does the flex thing work again?
So that was necessitated by only having 8 teams, which means there's 7 games if you're playing everybody once.
Right.
I think they came up with a creative solution, and by making it flex, so tentatively San Diego State would play Fresno State again because they're trying to set up like rivalry matches, but they're leaving themselves open to changing those matchups in a way that would benefit the conference and the teams. If, say, you know, one team could really benefit from a better opponent on that week that might help get it either into the playoff or just make its season schedule look better and its profile look better, then they would change up that matchup. Another thing they would look at is if 2 teams are going to be playing in their conference championship game, they would try and make sure that they avoid having those teams play on back-to-back weeks. But the biggest thing is to try and do whatever would help the conference and the teams in the conference
get placed into the playoff.
Possible resume.
Yeah, get placed into the playoff. You know, it seems so strange and weird, but this is welcome to the age in which we live in, right? You have to do what's best for your teams to try and get in that playoff. The playoff continues to be the weirdest thing ever, by the way. Although, did they close the loophole now that kept Duke out last year and allowed James Madison in as a second at-large? Remember that?
I need to go back and review that.
It's crazy, how they did that.
I think that was more of an ACC thing because they set it up in a way that their conference champion didn't go. So I need to go back and look at how they kind of clean some of that stuff up. But it's all going to change next year anyway because I think they're going to expand the playoff to 16 or 24.
And that'll be great for the SEC and the Big Ten because they'll just get more teams in. Kirk?
In 2003, the Union Tribune did a thing where we recommended having a 24-team playoff in which all 10 of the champions were automatic berths, and then you had the rest at-large berths. And so I think they're finally going to follow what we said 23 years ago.
And skew it towards the SEC.
Good ideas never fade. Kirk Kenny, we appreciate it. As always, Aztecs football. 9-4 last year. Let's remind everybody that was a pretty good year.
Yep.
Hopefully we can build on that. Kirk, thanks so much, buddy. See you soon.
All right. I'll be talking to you.
Bye.
Before we go to break, Switzerland in PKs beats Colombia. They advance to the quarterfinals. More Gwynn and Chris ahead. Chris versus the fans. 833-288-0973.
Vargas a Vargas. Rubén y Camilo frente a frente. Le va a pegar Rubén. Vargas le va a pegar. Le pegó. ¡Gol de Suiza!
The crazy excitement of a World Cup that we are no longer a part of. Welcome back to Gwynn and Chris. 97.3 The Fan. Heading into the 4 o'clock hour, we're going to do a little Chris versus the fans here, give you a chance to win some prizes here, at least get entered for a grand prize 2-night stay at the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas, $150 food and beverage credit, and the Oasis pool deck at Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, officially open for the season. They are offering 6-acre elevated pool experience with 6 distinct pools and live beach. Enter to win a 2-night stay at Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. Any $150 food and beverage credit. Love that. To book your stay, visit FontainebleauLasVegas.com. Do that now. The yelling that Skraby played at the top of the hour was part of the comeback by Argentina today, down 2-0 with 10 minutes to go.
Sorry, I switched it on you.
Oh, you did?
I did. I switched it on you. That was the final goal for Switzerland.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I asked you if you switched it.
I know, and I did.
And you said you'd want
I said I was looking for it. It was my fault.
Okay.
My fault.
Well, Argentina did come from 2 down in the last 10 minutes. They beat Egypt 3-2. Switzerland just a little bit ago over Colombia in PKs. Nobody scored for 2.5 hours of soccer, but Switzerland is celebrating like they just discovered a new brand of cheese.
I was wondering where
that doesn't have holes in it. They finally figured out how to make cheese without holes, and the people are going crazy in Switzerland. They are into the quarterfinals. They'll play Argentina.
I was going to say maybe they developed the best Swiss Miss hot cocoa you could ever taste.
I like a good little Swiss Miss hot cocoa.
Me too.
Colombia is the unlucky loser in the PKs there, and they go home. All right, we're going to get into Chris versus the fans, 833-288-0973. If you'd like to play, we actually have a line open right now for those who say they never can get through. Should be able to get through right about now. Big Five is coming up at the bottom of this hour. Is Dalton rushing in the Big Five today?
You know, I can make an exception for him. Actually, let's talk about him at 420.
I mean, how is this that this is like almost every night with this guy now?
I have no idea what is going on.
Like, how much longer do we have to go with this? And, you know, they're suspending people throughout baseball, right? Here, there, everywhere. This guy almost gets in a fight and clears the benches every night.
He certainly has a temper.
We'll talk about his latest brush with trouble last night. But right now, we'll play trivia.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, the rules. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult as you go along. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question. Or you win if you're a first-time player. Let us know before you get into it, and you'll get that question for free today.
I wonder if I just saw a clip on TV. Kirk said that the Aztecs and the Pac-12 are not going to do the media day this year.
Yeah.
But the Big 12 football conference is, and they're doing it right now.
Yes.
And that means the Texas Tech coach was up there answering questions today.
I wonder if he changed his tune.
I just want to know how he spun all of his answers today, on the Sorsby thing.
Yeah, because Sorsby is not playing for them anymore, so he doesn't technically need to defend him anymore.
But he still needs to defend their behavior, I think.
Yeah,
which was, we support him to the end.
It wasn't murder.
Was a murder, he said.
He literally said that.
He said it wasn't murder. But now, anyway, I want to hear what he had to say. It's up on the TV there. I'll try to track that down, Skraby. But
I can look for it.
In the meantime, let's play a little Chris versus the fans. Get it rolling there.
Yeah, let's go to contestant number 1, Justin. Hello, Justin.
How we doing, fellas?
Hey, Justin. Well, we're doing well. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you for
good.
You ready to play?
Calling in and playing.
Let's do it.
All right,
Let's
here we
go,
go. Question number 1. What city did Team USA lose in last night?
That would be Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, did you know that the stadium, Chris? Did you know that the stadium keeps all the noise?
I did,
in?
and you can't lose there.
Yeah, you can't lose.
No, everybody told me. Yeah, can't lose.
I like that everybody.
The sound is so incredible, you cannot lose.
I think our Apple TV guest from last week actually brought that up too.
Yeah, I'm not knocking the Apple TV guy who said it because everyone said it.
And it's true.
It's not true.
No, it's true that the noise stays in.
Yeah, but it can't take care of a mismatch of those epic dimensions.
Correct. All right, here we go. Question number 2. Lionel Messi spent 17 seasons playing for what European soccer team?
Oh man, it's one of two. I'm gonna go with Barcelona.
Barcelona is correct. Nice job. You're going to question number 3.
Barcelona.
That's where you went and saw a game, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I did. He wasn't there any longer.
No,
I did see a match.
He was in Miami with Inter Miami.
Yes, that was a very good one. Good grab there, Justin.
Here we go. Question number 3. Let's see. I want to ask this question. All right. 3 players have hit 4 home runs in a game. Or let me start this over. Sorry about that. 3 players hit 4 home runs in a game last season. Name 2 of the 3.
Oh man. I think I'm going to use a little strategy, and I'm going to pass.
Pass. Okay.
Tries the strategy.
All right, the strategy works sometimes.
It does. What'd you say? 3 guys did it last year? 4 home run game?
Yeah, correct.
And that's amazing because a 4 home run game only happens like once every 10 years.
And for some reason, I remember Scooter Jeanette did it.
But it was
back
it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
Right? So this doesn't happen often. But I think I'm going to get you, Justin. I'm sorry. But I could, until I answer and Skraby buzzes, I'm pretty sure Schwarber did it. And the other one I do remember because he's on my fantasy team this year and he hasn't done squat. And I'm hoping for him to go back to Eugenio Suarez. Those are my 2 guesses. Yeah.
Sorry, Justin.
I just remember Suarez did it. Could I get the other one? It's just there, but got it.
You should know this because of me.
He was on your team?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just outside my
rookie.
Oh, Kurtz
had that game. Remember, it was like
Nick
4
Kurtz.
home runs and like 12 RBIs. I can't remember who they played, but
it was a great game.
It was a great game for him.
Sorry about that, Justin. The Eugenio Suarez, I think he's only got 8 home runs right now.
Yeah.
He had that many almost in one game.
A little bit.
I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Start hitting some home runs, pal.
Yeah, I get it. And he's playing in a park where you thought he would hit a billion of them.
Yes, exactly.
All right, let's go to question or line number 2. Mickey. Hello, Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
Hi. How's it going?
Very
Pretty good. You ready to play?
You ready to go?
We are. I've got my 20-year-old son here that's going to be the brains of the organization.
Okay. What's his name?
Jake.
Right. We got Jake and Mickey.
We got Mickey. Yeah, Jake and Mickey.
Or Mickey and Jake. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Question number 1. What country does Erling Haaland play for in the World Cup?
Norway.
Norway is correct. This guy's everywhere. He is the face of the World Cup, it seems like.
He's a big dude.
He's a huge dude.
Like he's a
Viking.
He's a left tackle turned soccer player.
He is massive, but he is very good at soccer. So.
He can fire.
All right, here we go. Question number 2. What country was the 2022 Oh, wait, did we ask this? I keep forgetting if we asked this. I'm going to change the question because I think we did. What English Premier League team did Harry Kane play 11 seasons with?
I want to say Manchester.
Manchester.
Man,
is that your final answer?
They're discussing it.
All right. Incorrect. Stay there.
What did they say?
Manchester United.
I think he's Tottenham.
You think Tottenham?
I think so.
You were correct.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Please try again. Please
Thanks
try
for playing, though.
Yeah, he's the Tottenham.
Harry Kane is great. You know, it's interesting. I mean, how many teams are left? Right, 8. Messi's in.
Yeah.
Kane is in.
Mbappe.
Mbappe's in.
Yeah.
The guy you just said from Norway,
Erling Haaland.
Right. Every team that has a guy that can like pop in 2 or 3 goals is still in it.
That's true.
Because no one else can score.
Did you know also?
Right? It's kind of weird to me.
It is weird.
But it isn't. You know, like England, you got to have one of these guys or you can't make it.
Did you know that England fans are very upset that Trump has endorsed Harry Kane as a good guy and said that they played golf together and he likes him. So everybody...
And now the England people don't like the fact that Trump likes him?
Well, no, because it seems like whenever Trump gets into the sports stuff, it always goes wrong for that person. So they're very upset that he said anything about Harry Kane.
The last thing we ever do is talk politics, but I will say it was a pretty funny line when Donald Trump said that he really, 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 really knows sports, yet he'd never heard of a red card.
Yes, I know.
That was pretty funny, I thought.
It was funny.
All right.
All right, we go to our next. Let's go down the line. Ryan is next. Hello, Ryan.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Ryan. Welcome.
We ready to play?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. What does VAR stand for?
I just keep thinking of Divine Sports Gospel.
Vibes above replacement.
Video assisted replay?
You said vibes above replacement.
Yeah, give it to him for both answers.
Well, it's not right.
Is it?
I'll give it to him for vibes above replacement because that is VAR here in San Diego. So you're going to move on.
What did he said video assisted replay? That's not right?
I did not know this until I looked it up.
Oh.
Video assistant referee.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Wow. I wouldn't have got it.
I wouldn't have got that either.
Yeah, so you move on either way, Ryan. I would have not gotten that.
Vibes above replacement definitely
I didn't know it was
works.
Video assistant referee.
I didn't either. I
think the VAR guys, when they show them before the game, ought to turn and wave at the camera a little bit. They look silly staring straight ahead.
No, but...
And, the meme with Trump yesterday was
still
hilarious.
Makes me laugh.
That was
still
funny.
Makes me laugh. All right, next contestant. Wait.
No, he's still in.
Yeah,
Ryan's,
what am I doing?
Yeah.
Question number 2.
I did not know that one, Scrape. Good job.
Yeah, it's a weird... You think it would be video assisted replay, but...
Yeah.
All right. What country won the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup?
I'm going to go Japan.
Japan.
Oh,
stay there.
We didn't win.
Well,
I don't know. I'll say us.
U.S.?
Yeah, I don't remember. You buzzed that one pretty fast.
España. Spain.
Yeah.
Spain won. And I believe they played Japan in the final.
What happened to us? We flamed out?
I guess so.
I don't remember much about it.
No, I don't either.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Question number 3 for Ryan. I'm just going to keep going with the soccer questions. Before he took the job as head coach of the men's USA soccer team, Ponchicello, what Premier League team did he coach?
Oh, God.
I'm going to say Everton.
Everton.
Yeah.
Stay there.
It didn't help me there, Everton. That was just a wasted guess.
What about Wolverhampton? The Wolves.
Wolverhampton? I got to be honest with you. This guy made $6 million to coach this team. He did a terrible job. I'm down.
I don't know about that. He got them to the round of 16.
Well, ask our friend Mark Ziegler, who knows more about this stuff than you and I will ever know, and he'll tell you they accomplished nothing by winning those games. They beat lousy teams.
I get it, but they still got there.
Okay. That doesn't help me answer the question. What was it again?
Where did Pochettino,
what Premier League team did he
coach
guide
before he was the men's USA soccer team?
Yeah, he stunk. I don't like him. Down on the guy.
I don't like him.
No. I'm trying to think of an intelligent guess, but I don't have one.
Guess, please.
Arsenal.
You are the winner, Ryan. It is Chelsea.
Really?
Chelsea.
Our team here?
Chelsea.
The team that our owners own?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
oh, man, I didn't even put that together.
Yeah, our owners are probably tired of They're probably going to fire the guy after that performance.
I mean, that's my first question to them. What are you going to do about Pochettino?
Yeah, you're going to maybe make him pitching coach or something. We could use a little help around here. And I
guess so.
I don't mean anything against Ruben Niebla. Good job, Ryan. Stay on the line. You win Chris versus the fans today. Yeah, you're going to go to soccer questions. You're going to be beating me most of the time. So
I had fun looking those up.
Good luck for you on that. I got to tell you about this.
Stay there, Ryan.
We had something good to talk about.
Dalton Rushing.
No kidding. Dalton Rushing.
Yeah.
He's next after traffic. Gwynn and Chris. Tony is idle today. Padres, Diamondbacks tonight. German Marquez, Zach Gallen. Who do you think has the better ERA heading into the contest?
Oh, man.
It's not even close.
Is it
German Marquez does. Zach Gallen has been bad this year.
And last year.
No, a little better last year than what he's got this year.
Yeah.
Anyway, Padres have been shut out 2 of the last 3 games. Blah, 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 blah. Skraby likes to say. Yeah, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Blah, 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 blah.
So we'll see if the Padres can even the series. Last night at Dodger Stadium, the Dodgers-Rockies, why do you even play these games? I don't think the Rockies have won a game in L.A. since the, Andres Galarraga era. But anyway, the Rockies did at least force extra innings last night. I think they scored 3 in the 9th off Tanner Scott. And then in the 10th inning, Cole Carrick, the San Diego State guy, is now playing and doing okay with the Rockies. Slid in on a close play at home. And, of course, Dalton Rushing was there. And that just means problems. I don't know why it always is. Now, I watched John Boy, and he broke it down.
Mm-hmm.
Cole Carrick, what was he complaining about? And then Dalton Rushing just has to go to the, challenge fighting mode. And that's kind of what gets him in trouble every time.
Yes, he is very much so fight tough guy. Like he resolves arguments by wanting to fight. That's how he
looks
sees
like it. Yeah.
But Cole Carrick slides in. He said expletives to Dalton Rushing. Dalton Rushing took it the way he
didn't care for the way it was tagged.
He turned around
right?
and said, "What the bleep did you just say to me?" He said, "Stop bleep and bleep." And then they got into it a little bit, and that's when things
And then
happened.
Cole Carrick, as he's walking off, said, "I wasn't talking to you," which I don't know if it was true or not.
Yeah,
but
I think he was.
I'm going to try to stick up for Cole Carrick. He's an Aztec. I don't know what Dalton Rushing is. I think he's Louisville. But
you're right.
My point is, Cole Carrick, unfortunately, gets the benefit of the doubt on this one because this is the first time I've seen him involved. It's like the 20th time I've now seen Dalton Rushing involved.
I will say this for Dalton Rushing on this in this regard. He I don't know that there was anything that he did wrong on this tag. Cole Carrick was unhappy with the way the tag came in.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think that Dalton Rushing made a bad, dirty play.
Yeah, well, whatever. His reaction to Cole Carrick was not great.
That is true.
And Dalton Rushing continues to be a work in progress. Joe Davis, the Dodger broadcaster, tried to put some fun on it. He said, this is like one of those science projects where you get 2 perfect ingredients to put together and you make a volcano. I don't know.
I don't know what the heck
that
you meant
really
by
didn't
that.
explain much.
I don't know what you meant.
But I
by
do know
that
that Max Muncy had to get down there in front of Rushing and then had the benches kind of emptied. And this is the same old with Dalton Rushing. Even when it's not his fault now, Skraby, it's going to be his fault. He's kind of put himself in that position. He has nobody to blame but himself for that. By the way, game-winning hit in the bottom of the 11th inning, Dalton Rushing.
I know.
So, just to irk you more about the Dodgers.
We're actually going to talk about Dalton Rushing in the Big Five because we never did Padres Pen Pals yesterday, but I got one about Dalton Rushing.
All right. We'll have the Big Five coming up in just a little bit here. Right now, though, a chance for you to win a pair of tickets to the party at opening day at Del Mar. That's coming up on Friday, July 17th. Yeah.
Lots of those at that party.
Tickets will include opening day admission. You'll get exclusive access to the party. And the party comes with a couple of world-class DJs, craft beers, cocktail bars, photo booths, and private wagering.
Wow. Oh, private wagering.
Yes. That means you can wait right to the last second. You run up to the window.
I can't wait to spend my $100 on
tickets.
Elm Street.
Tickets at dmtc.com. Got to be 21 and over to win the prize because you need to be 21 and over to get in
Good point.
to the event.
Good point.
And let's see. I'm going to just give you a trivia question, I think.
Yes, because we have determined that the math riddle is only for Padres tickets.
The math riddle is only good for Padre tickets. And, I think that's good because I can't keep coming. Let's take a minute for me to come up with. I wish I hadn't just said where.
Can you read the headline on the news right now? 8-year-old suspected of snake theft. Anyway, you're looking for a trivia question.
I am looking for a trivia question. Zach Gallen will be on the hill tonight for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The milkman is from Summerdale, New Jersey. He was drafted by the Cardinals 2016. Out of what school? First person with the correct answer to tell me where the milkman went to school, played his college baseball. You probably can look it up, but if you do, you'll probably run out of time. 833-288-0973. Call in to win the tickets to the Del Mar party. Gwynn and Chris continues shortly after this.
Gwynn and Chris on the Fan.
Yes.
I don't remember that video, but it served Andy well. Zach Gallen was a Tar Heel, North Carolina.
Never would have
winner
guessed.
on that one. So Andy goes to the Del Mar party. Maybe you'll win those tickets tomorrow, and then you'll see Andy, at the party. You know what I mean? If we're giving the tickets away tomorrow.
Yeah, then you guys can all congregate together. And
I believe tomorrow night is Trevor Hoffman bobblehead night.
It sure is.
We were giving tickets away to that last week.
Game starts at 7:10 p.m. tomorrow night.
Yes. Who are we thanking for that?
ESPN.
Aha. Moving it back, always good to give us a little extra time.
Yeah.
Especially when Tony's not here.
Oh, yeah. We needed that extra 35 minutes.
We appreciate the extra time when Tony's out.
When he's out. It's great.
Yeah, it helps. But we'll be here tomorrow picking up the pieces. I got nothing meaner I can say about the team than I already said earlier today. So
go back to the 2 p.m. I mean, we'll talk about it again at 5 p.m.
I don't think I was mean in the sense of unfair.
No.
I think I was mean in the sense of you got to say what you got to say.
I don't even think that's mean.
Yeah, right. I know. But they're playing terrible, and it need to be said. So they played terrible again last night. The first inning's all you needed to see.
I will admit, Chris, last night, after the USA game, I turned it on and I saw the score. I just turned it off. I stopped watching.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
You missed the first inning, and that was, they're throwing the ball all over the yard, and they can't catch a fly ball, and they're down, 2-0, and then it's over, right?
Yeah.
You groove one to Kepler, and he hits one into the cheap seats.
I think
of course, every time, nothing's cheap anymore.
I was gonna say.
And of course, every time somebody grooves one to the Padres, they also hit into the cheap seats, but it's foul ball cheap seats.
Yep.
I can't tell you how many balls right down the middle it feels like our guys miss.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
All right, quick update before we get to the Big Five, but the quarterfinals are set in the World Cup. We're not in them, but Argentina is after a stirring comeback over Egypt, whose coach said, among other things, after the match today, perhaps they wanted to keep the world champion in the competition. Perhaps they just wanted Messi to stay in the running. Egypt was not happy with how things went down. I don't know. Can somebody fine him like in baseball when you complain about the umpiring? And if so, who gets the money? FIFA? They just get more money?
Yeah. I mean, if Messi's in it, you think.
I mean, he basically said they cheated Argentina right into the next round, and a lot of people who saw the match agreed with him.
See, I think that we can say that. I don't know that the coach can say that.
He did.
He did, yes, because he's very angry, and he's probably going to regret those comments.
The other match today, it was Switzerland, I think in an upset, beating Colombia. But they never really beat them. I mean, it was 0-0. They played for 3 hours, and then Switzerland won the PKs. Great match at Wimbledon today, among other things there. 5-hour quarterfinal. The amazing Novak Djokovic prevailing in the end over the third seed Felix Auger-Aliassime. I do say that well.
You do. You say that really
There's
well.
a lot of names I don't.
Like, why couldn't you say Bosnia and Herzegovina?
Right, I couldn't get that. Yeah, I couldn't figure that out. But Djokovic wins a 7-6 fifth set tiebreaker, 5 hours. It ended like 10 minutes before the curfew there. So Djokovic is into his rather amazing, I might say, 55th career Grand Slam semifinal. That's a lot. All right, Skraby, let's go to the Big Five now. See what else is happening.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
And all guests up here on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. I've done a lot of switching on my Big Five today. I had a Christian Pulisic. I can't ever pronounce his last name.
Yeah, you don't have to because he's going to disappear from
show
view.
up.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to mention his name too much longer.
I had him in the Big Five, but I feel like it doesn't matter at this point.
You're kicking a guy when he's down.
Yeah.
First of all, secondly, he didn't make anybody happy after the match when he said, "Well, the good thing is I can now rest up for my season."
That's what I was going to. But I will say, I think he was misunderstood. He can rest because the tournament is over.
No, he
and
can
he's
rest because
injured.
they're out.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm
he's
saying.
hurt. He was hurt the whole tournament. This was his time to be one of the great heroes in American soccer history.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Instead, he's one of the great, honestly, failures. He did nothing in that tournament, even before he got hurt.
Did you see? Because I
saw people after the match who know soccer. I read all this stuff, who rated their performances 1 through 10, every player. Pulisic got a 1.
Well,
that's pretty embarrassing.
He was
for a guy
pretty non-existent yesterday. Obviously non-existent. I can't blame the guy for an injury, but at the same time, he was non-existent. Did you see the video going around of Pulisic? Because he kicked the ground and he hurt his ankle. That's what happened. So everybody is comparing it to Young Wei Koo kicking the ground for the Giants.
Young Wei. Poor Young Wei trying to get out of it, and he gets dragged into it.
Right back into it. It was really funny.
Now, nothing will ever be. What was the kid for the Cardinals way back in the day? Grammatica.
Oh, Martin Grammatica.
No, the other one. He had a brother.
I can't
celebrated the
remember his name,
field.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He celebrated the field goal, jumped up and down, and tore his ACL.
He did.
Yeah,
He did.
That was a classic.
Yes. All right, let's get into it.
Number 5.
So this was a Padres pen pal that I got over the weekend, and I think it's kind of spot on. I don't ever want to say anything good about the Dodgers organization, but I noticed something the Dodgers do that the Padres don't. That's draft and develop talent, and this is my reason behind why I want AJ Preller gone. Sure, he makes fun, splashy trades, but the Dodgers are so good because they can afford free agents and they draft and develop players. Case in point, Will Smith goes out. They have a capable replacement in Dalton Rushing. 2 guys drafted by the Dodgers organization. The Padres have had terrible catchers the last 3 years. The Padres have 1 catcher now in their system, and we are waiting to even see if he will be good. So, Chris, why don't the Padres put more effort into the catcher position?
Well, it's pretty spot on for the moment.
Yeah.
But that may not be spot on in a year or two if Ethan Salas comes up and then takes the thing by storm.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's my answer.
That's your answer.
Yeah, I don't I think the Padres do a good job at the minor league level in terms of creating talent, in terms of creating players that other teams want so that we can get guys. And that's what we do mostly.
It's kind of a different
model. And
model.
it's the way we have been successful.
Yeah.
But you're right. When you're playing against the Dodgers now and they're whipping everybody and you see Will Smith, but where else have they developed a player? Like who else? Freddie Freeman, did they develop him?
No, they definitely didn't.
Tommy
develop
Edman,
him.
how about him?
No.
Mookie Betts?
No.
How about Max Muncy? No. How about Teoscar? Nope. Pajes, I'll give him that one.
Where did Teoscar play before the Dodgers? I don't remember.
Toronto, Seattle. He was like an American League All-Star guy. Come on. I'll give you Pajes and Will Smith. That's all I'm giving you.
Well, Dalton Rushing and
okay, but you know what I'm saying? For starters, they got 2 guys.
I would have to look through the
So
pitching.
I'm not going to knock the Padres on that one too much.
Yeah,
but I see what they're saying on that particular item.
I have been saying the last few years that the Padres, it seems like their whole thing is that they don't mind a catcher that can't hit, but it's getting them into a lot of problems because when the catcher can't hit and everybody else can't hit, no one's hitting. And the catcher is even more of an automatic out at the end of the lineup. I hope the Campisano gets going, but I don't know that they can keep doing this. And you're right. Ethan Salas is going to come up at some point, but I don't know that they can keep just looking past the fact that catchers can't hit on this team because it's killing them. It's not the only reason, obviously.
Yes.
But it's killing them.
Not helping.
It's not helping at all.
Number 4.
Major League Baseball yesterday reduced Washington Nationals right-hander Cade Cavalli's suspension from 7 games to 5, a decision that came after the starter appealed the league's initial ruling. The others that are appealing, I guess it's still in the appeal process, so we won't know just yet. I'm up first. Why would they reduce his suspension? I'm honestly not sure. I am surprised he didn't get more. I think appealing this suspension was wrong on his part because he is profusely apologizing for something that he says he did not know was a bad thing to say. If I'm Kate Cavalli, I just take the 7 games. I get you don't get paid, but to say you're only going to miss 5 games now, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't think this should have happened. Chris, why do you think this happened?
Because everybody who appeals their suspension gets them reduced by a couple of games. It happens every time. So if you were getting paid, $600,000-$700,000 a game, maybe you'd go ahead and appeal. That might be worth some big money to you.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
Part of me would like to see people say, you know what? I was wrong. And I admitted I was wrong.
He did admit he was wrong, but and he still admitted he's wrong. But if you can get the suspension reduced, why not? He also can pitch once before the All-Star break as a result.
There.
But I'm also going to jokingly say that I don't think that what happened here was on the up and up. I think the White House phone may have been in use again to protect the Nationals, the home team. No, I'm joking, of course.
I get it.
That was a joke out there. Don't, break down my Twitter account for it.
Yeah.
Number 3.
I think we got bigger things in the world to do than you go to Chris's Twitter account and just crush him for
I
that.
don't know. You say something that angers people, they'll find their way to you.
Yeah, I didn't really want to put this in the Big Five, but we had other stuff to talk about today. This is very sad. Marshawn Nealon, the Cowboys player who committed suicide last year in November, he has passed away, or actually he did it in November 2025. He passed away at the age of 24. Boston University's CTE Center said that they have diagnosed him, posthumously?
Posthumously, very good.
Diagnosed him with stage 1 CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy.
And he was how old? 24?
24 years old. So
it's a bit eye-opening.
Here's the question, Chris.
Okay.
How long do you think the NFL is safe?
What do you mean?
From
where are they safe from? They're already taking it from every which direction. There isn't anybody
how long
who doesn't.
Before people stop playing football?
Oh. It's not happening. Right?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know.
I'm not saying everybody does it, but people still smoke. People still drink. People still drive,
fast.
Drinking. They still look at texts. People are largely indestructible. It's not going to happen to them. That's kind of the way we survive it. And CT is not going to happen to me. But the league is not. I don't want to destroy the league necessarily anymore. They deserved all the criticism at the beginning for trying to, throw us off the track and say that this was just non-existent. But now that they've acknowledged it, and the league is to the point now where we're complaining that they're too soft out there. Nobody can tackle anybody. Yeah, I don't know what more they can do. CTE, unfortunately, kind of like, what are you going to do? Like, you're going to tell race car drivers to stop driving? Guys still driving cars and getting wrecks and die. They still get into the car.
Doesn't happen often.
Well, how many guys die of CTE? I'm not trying to say one's too many. I'm just saying people don't think it's going to happen to them.
I understand.
And just like the guy who drives into the car, NASCAR doesn't think it's going to happen to him. That's how you do it.
Here's how I think the NFL is going to die.
The whole league's going to go out because of CTE?
Because parents are going to stop letting their kids play football. And there's just not going to be any kids to play football anymore. I can't find a parent, Chris, that's like, yes, sign my kid up to go play football right now. I played football. It was fine. But now that you know that a developing brain being hit like that on a daily basis is not good for a kid, I just don't think parents are going to do it. I just don't think.
Yeah, disagree.
Okay.
I know many parents won't, but you're not going to wipe the whole sport out.
You might be right about that.
Gambling can do it.
Gambling can't do it. I just think at some point people are going to look at the NFL and say, I'm not risking my life.
Nobody's playing it anymore. I will say that when I see one of these crazy plays on a Sunday, I'm like thankful to these guys for being willing to go out there for my entertainment.
Of course, I'm still going to watch it.
Number 2.
Von Miller is a free agent again at the age of 37, and he wants to play this year. But he revealed something about last year's decision between two teams that he could have made, and he ended up choosing the Washington Commanders. You know what the other team was, Chris? Seattle Seahawks.
Oh,
So he could have joined a Super Bowl
want to go
team.
to the Dolphins where he could make the squad?
No, he said he got 2 offers, one from the Commanders, one from the Seahawks. Obviously, I picked the wrong team on that one. It would have been anyway. He would have been on a team that's won the Super Bowl. 3 separate teams to win a Super Bowl is what I'm trying to say. Long story short, I'm up first. Should Von Miller hang it up? Yes. Yes, I think he should hang it up. 37 years. Sometimes these guys just hang on for, I don't know why they hang on. Von Miller has done a lot.
You just told me that he should have never started playing in the first place.
You're right.
Protected his health.
You're right. But I do think he should hang it up. You're not doing much for it. Last year, you didn't do much. I don't know. I don't know why this bothers me, but it does. Chris, should he hang it up?
No. If he can still contribute and he'd like to play, and I think Von Miller's probably as good as, I guarantee he's better than any edge rusher the Dolphins have. So
really?
Yeah.
Offer him a contract.
Chop Robinson kind of faded last year.
I love Chop.
No, play as long as you want to. There's time. He's only 37. That's actually young. Hate to say.
Not for an NFL.
Number 1.
You want everybody over the old 35 to hang him up.
Just hang him up.
Yeah.
Junior Caminero and Ben Rice have committed to the Home Run Derby next week on Netflix, everybody. I just want to know, Chris, pick a couple other guys you would like to see in the Home Run Derby.
Only one guy.
Who?
Schwarb.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to do it, though. It's in Philly. You would think he would do it, right? He hasn't committed yet. You would think he would do it.
He's the only guy that I really enjoy watching hit Titanic home runs.
Jordan Alvarez, he said he's not going to do it. Byron Buxton's hurt. Matt Olson, I don't really care about. James Wood, maybe.
How about
Bryce Harper?
I got a guy I want to see in.
Who?
Since most of the guys don't want to do it because it's going to ruin their home run swing, maybe Fernando ought to get in it so he can refine his home run swing.
You know what? That is a brilliant call. Get Fernando in the Home Run Derby.
Yeah, maybe he'll return.
That would
to
be
his
awesome,
home run
actually.
Swing.
Okay.
Hit about 15 of them out. Kind of go, wait, here's what I need to do.
I think that's a great idea.
Thank you
I would
very
like to also see Nick Kurtz do it. Shea Langoliers, maybe Munataka Murakami, but he's not going to do it coming off the IL.
Okay.
All right, that's
I'll
it.
tell you one thing, though. They can put Babe Ruth in it, Hank Aaron, and resurrect all these guys. No
You're
way.
not gonna watch it.
I'm not watching it on Netflix
I figured.
at all. Not even going to come close to it.
If they don't have the swing off, Chris, to break a tie,
Care less what they do.
I am going to lose
in the
it.
All-Star game?
Yeah.
Like
they
last year?
need the swing off.
Unbelievably. Just the lowest moment in baseball history.
Are you kidding me? That was that was the most exciting moment of the All-Star game.
Okay, but that's not saying much.
All right, that's it. Ryan O'Hearn hit a grand slam today.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like to hear that. Well, I do because on my fantasy team, Padres fans don't want to hear it because that's another guy that used to be on our team that is hitting grand slams for other teams.
It does feel like it happens quite often.
Real quick, WNBA, Caitlin Clark, Gino Auriemma came out, talked about the hard fouls on Caitlin Clark. And look, Caitlin Clark, I can't blame her. The fouls are ridiculous, some of them. But Caitlin Clark also has to just start playing basketball and stop whining and complaining and thinking that the whole world is out to get her. And she thinks that. She thinks the refs hate her. She thinks every player hates her. And until her attitude changes, I think the focal point in the league is going to be on the wrong things. It should be on her ability to play.
You're saying you're not blaming her, but if she doesn't get over it, then the league is going to be focused on the wrong thing?
I'm going to need more time to develop this, but yeah, I think she needs to get past worrying about all this stuff and just play basketball. And until she does, we're going to be looking only at that instead of basketball. But I'll talk a little bit more about
let's
it when we
unpack
come
that.
back. Gino Arimas comments are interesting, and I got a little more on this. So Gwynn and Chris into the happy hour when we return.
From the first pitch of the year.
Over under 3.5 times for me to do this. Right now, this is going to be difficult, I think.
2 on, 2 outs. Lifted in
It's
the
just,
left field. Pretty
fly
well
ball.
struck.
Not going to happen.
Brings it in. And that's the 3rd out.
All right, that's 1. On the ground. Logan Webb trying to get me to chase a sinker. Oh, man. He got me to chase a sinker. 2.
Nope. Ball 1.
I'm not going to get overconfident about my eye right there, because
2 on, 2 outs. Next
I should have swung at that, though.
And the count is 1-1.
Oh, man. Just weak grounders. Why? That's 3. So all you unders better hope for me to do it right here. Oh, that's not going to happen. That was just swung at the first pitch, just swing at the first pitch. So the unders lost, the overs won, but let's see how long it takes me before I can actually get past this.
2 outs.
Ball inside.
Tying run and scoring
Can you leave those up
Top half of inning number 4.
more?
Ground ball right side.
This is what,
He takes it himself
5
to the
now?
bag, and that'll do it.
Just grounder after grounder after grounder. This is going to take me forever. Just gap one, please. Oh, that was... I went way too far underneath it.
And that's the 3rd out.
That's 6.
First and second,
Fine.
2 down. Top
It's
half of
fine.
inning number 4. That misses the zone.
I almost swung. It was looking good there for a second.
That one back up
It's
the
not going to get me 2 RBIs, but...
Castellanos on his way to the plate.
Oh, Castellanos, a blast from the past right there. I think it's 7 now. Come on. I'm better than this. Why am I swinging at that? Why? It's so stupid. 8. I gotta wait for, like, the perfect pitch.
Now it's this.
Ball, that's in.
Trying to get me to go. Why wouldn't you think this is my 9th try?
That's a ball.
If he walks me, I still don't win.
Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Fastball. Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? No. I don't. Okay, that's 9. At this point,
First and second, 2 outs.
12.5 over under.
We'll hit next.
I guess 13. Let's do 13.5.
Outside, that's a ball.
See, I need him to throw strikes because I lose the challenge.
2 on, 2 outs.
Why do I swing at stuff like that? I think this was the 10th.
The 3rd out.
I gotta start writing this stuff down. Didn't think I was gonna get this far. Okay. That was we're just gonna say attempt number 10, I think.
First and second, 2 outs. On the ground, right side, and that's a foul.
At least I get another chance. Actually, I could have rolled for a double.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to
He's gonna
track
throw
the
me
ball.
sinker.
Block it if
Off
you
the plate,
have to,
ball
as
1.
far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
He's
but
gonna do
some
another
way,
one.
Somehow
Another one.
climb back into this
Coming at
advantage
me.
count.
And I did it.
He's absolutely belted.
Oh, exit. That's a home run. That wins. That wins. In my...
Go Gwynn and Chris on 97.3 The Fan. The way the Padres are playing, this may be the last happy hour of the day. Sammy's got the pregame show. He'll try to make some sense of it in about 35 minutes. I saw our friend Kyle Overshire out there earlier.
Oh, yes, he's right there.
And I asked him who he upset, who he made mad.
Why?
Because they made him come in and do the game tonight.
Oh,
it used to be
I
an
see.
honor and a joy to come in
yes.
and do a Padre baseball game.
That's true.
Don't know that that's the case right now. Team is in free fall.
I will never forget the time I was running the board. You were on post game, and they got no hit by a rookie in Arizona.
Oh, I remember that guy.
I can't remember his name, but it
I
happened.
can't either. But that was a low point.
I've never heard of him again.
Right. Left-handed guy.
I'm gonna look it
for
up.
the Arizona. Look him up. All right, we'll hear from some of the Padres stuff earlier today out at Petco, and get you some of the latest. Lineup is in tonight. Crony's at first base. That means it's a night for Ty France off. Bogarts is back in. Song's at second. Campy's catching. Merrill and Cronenworth have switched spots in the batting order. And all of it hopefully means they won't get shut out for the third time in 4 games. Doesn't seem like much to have to hope for, but at this, the way things are going, I feel like we kind of have to make sure.
Yeah, real quick. It was Tyler Gilbert, August 14th, 2021. Get this, though. Definitely, it was his debut.
Yeah.
And the second no-hitter ever to include a 3-pitch inning in the 8th.
I didn't know that. But
I know.
How many big league games did Tyler Gilbert win?
I'm looking 6-9 career stats.
Yep.
4.43 ERA.
Yep. But 1 no-hitter. Yeah, that was a low time. We're getting to that point though.
I know. I'm getting weird because it's like seems like the season is slipping away faster than I can even keep up with it.
Yeah, that's the thing that's scary. I mean, I said last night they got to go 4-3 on the homestand, get into the All-Star break at least at 500. So I'll reserve judgment on the season being over until then.
Yeah.
WNBA. If you say WNBA, somebody says WNBA, the first thing I think of honestly right now is Caitlin Clark either being shoved to the ground or Caitlin Clark screaming at an official. Those are the 2 pictures that come into my head. I don't picture the really excellent play of the rookie Paige Beckers. I don't see a whole lot of Brianna Stewart or sorry about this, but the girl from the Aces. From South
Asia
Carolina.
Wilson.
Yeah, Asia Wilson, who I should, I know, but the names escape. You'll get this age too someday, Skraby. But yeah, there's so many great players. The league is as great as it's ever been. The shooting percentages, the scores, the games. Remember when WNBA games were like 60-54?
Yeah.
There's games that are 109-107 now. They can play, and they're getting better and better, and it's fun and more enjoyable to watch. And all of the focus is on one thing, Caitlin Clark's treatment by the WNBA and the officials that she believes are out to get her and her only. And here's the thing. Okay, some of these fouls that have been against her, they need to be punished quickly, swiftly. They need to be caught by the officials during the game, not missed like the one was last week when she got hit in the throat. They got to be called. The players need to be ejected. The league needs to act swiftly and say, we're not going to tolerate that kind of crap anymore. On the other side of it, though, Caitlin Clark has got to stop inviting a lot of it. And she has to understand, I hate to say this because nobody deserves some of the fouls that she's gotten. And there's, huge Caitlin Clark fans out there that would be really mad to hear me say this, but she's already kind of a target because of who she is. That's neither fair or not fair, but just accurate. Caitlin Clark has been designated as the savior for the WNBA, whether right or wrong. So she has to understand that she's going to be a target going in. Don't invite any more of it. And that is my issue with Caitlin Clark. She she's in your face. She tells you about it. She trash talks, and if things don't go her way, she cries. And it's not becoming of a player that, just has enough skill to go out and play and rise above that stuff. So that's why I say it's twofold, Skrabe. I think that the players who foul her the way they have, embarrassing, and it needs to be dealt with. But I'd like to see Caitlin Clark change her attitude a little bit. One last thing. The WNBA needs a clue. And I saw this and I couldn't believe it. You know that this is the 30th anniversary year of the WNBA, right?
I didn't.
Okay. It is. They put out a promotional poster this year, and it's one of those posters with a bunch of, headshots and faces of players. Obviously, it was great players throughout the history of the league. We're on the
Rebecca
poster.
Lobo, Lisa Leslie.
Right, all the greats, right? All the way back. 30 years worth of great players. It also included some new players, Paige Beckers, Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, people like that. No Caitlin Clark. Now, you are going to tell me that the player that has basically been designated as the one to move you on into the next millennium of time, and maybe the most famous name and player in the WNBA to come along in 10 years, is not deserving of being on your 30-year poster. It's not just an oversight. And that is the kind of thing that gets people thinking that the WNBA hates Caitlin Clark when they should be, what? Supporting and embracing Caitlin Clark because of what she can do for the league. It's similar to the Tiger Woods thing, right? Tiger Woods made more money. People didn't like it until they started making more money. Caitlin Clark draws eyes to games. You can't argue that. Whether you like her or don't like it, doesn't matter. When she's on and she's playing her team, more people watch the game. Simple, true, no argument. So Caitlin Clark moves the needle like no other player in the league. Doesn't mean they have to cheat in her favor. Does mean they need to put her on the 30-year poster, though, and make it look like they kind of are embracing her rather than Paige Beckers made it. Paige Beckers hadn't even been in the league yet.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So that's embarrassing.
I don't understand how you can say she's bringing it upon herself. Some of it she's bringing upon herself when she didn't ask to be the face of the league.
I know.
She didn't ask for any of this. And it seems to me like players are very jealous of her and they are targeting her.
No question.
To hurt her.
And that needs to be stopped. And
that's why she reacts the way she does. She gets a punch to the throat and no one calls anything. And she can't say a word about it.
Yes. She can say a word about that. But if you watch Paige Beckers play, she gives as much as she gets. And that is the part that we don't see. And that is the part that I believe she needs to work on because she is a target and they are jealous of her. And whether that's right or wrong doesn't matter. They're jealous of her and they have targeted her. So don't invite more of it. I'm not making the rules here, Skraby. I'm telling you what's happening.
I know.
I watch Caitlin Clark play, man. She will get up in your face. And
but why is that a problem? Other people have done this in the past and everybody gives them a pass for it. And now it's like she can't. She's the only one in the world who can't do that. I know you're not saying the world, but I'm just being dramatic.
I know. I'm trying to think of other people. Larry Bird was a trash talker.
Michael Jordan just did it with his play.
Nah, he trashed. They all do.
Dylan the villain?
Caitlin Clark.
Draymond Green is a trash talker.
Caitlin Clark, though, she is a polarizing player out on the floor. And the ones that don't like her really don't like her. I think she can change her attitude a little bit out there and just rise above the fray. That's what I'm asking her to try and do. Rise above the fray.
I can see that happening.
Hard to do, but I think she can do it.
I have an update on something that happened at the field today that leads me to believe that this season is cursed.
Oh, really? So it's over now?
It's not over.
We don't have to wait till the All-Star break
not over.
Put a lid on it?
But poor Jake Cronenworth.
Oh, no.
Is on the concussion IL forever.
Yeah.
Kevin Acey tweets out, Jake Cronenworth took a grounder off the face during batting practice, hit him right below the nose. He's being evaluated. As for now, he remains in the lineup, but I wouldn't be surprised if they took him out of the game.
Ty France could go right in there and play first base.
What else can happen? This is literally like we talked about this the other day. What
He took a ground ball off the nose
during batting practice.
You know what else could happen? Somebody could get hit a line drive to center field. The center fielder on the other team could miss the ball. It could roll all the way to the fence for an inside the park home run and then get stuck in the ivy. Oh, no, that would never happen.
Oh, no, it would never happen. Although it did happen.
Of course it did.
I mean, I feel like there's a lightning strike happening at some point this year because everything else has happened. But honestly, that's not good for a guy who just got off the concussion IL.
Hopefully Jake will be okay.
Yeah.
But yes, the way things have gone, it does seem like, oh my goodness, are you serious again?
Yeah.
Type of thing.
It does.
All right. Let's take a quick break here. We got one final segment. Are we going to hear from anybody out there?
I haven't seen anything.
Got anything to share with us?
I'll do some searching.
I must say that maybe no news is good news.
Yes.
Being as that was just the news you had, was that Jake got hit in the face with a ground ball. So, yikes.
In batting practice.
Yeah.
Well, I'll dig something up in the break.
More Gwynn and Chris ahead.
We are where you are.
My question about Jackson Merrill making plays all over the place this year. Last night, making plays all over the place. And I was trying to figure out online, and it didn't really give me an answer. What makes a platinum glover a platinum glover, and what makes a gold glover a gold glover?
I think it's voted on.
Ah, okay.
I think it's voted on by all of the. I think out of all of them, they all get votes. I think that's how my understanding is. And the winner of that vote, I think it's the fans that get to vote it too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure though.
The fans get to choose the platinum glove?
Maybe it's not the fans. I know there's a vote for that portion of the platinum glove.
Do we think that Jackson Merrill is on pace for at least a gold glove this year?
That's so hard to say because you don't know. We see Jackson every day. I haven't seen, Michael
Everybody
Harris
else every day.
Right. So of course I'm gonna say, he seems like he is, but I don't know what the rest of these guys are.
He's made a lot of gold glove plays, I would say, this year, and I think we have to just be content with that and then see where the gold glove takes you. You could go, if you go through the history of the gold glove, it's a bit of an interesting study because what you see is guys getting the gold glove and then keeping the gold glove for years and years and years and years. Doesn't mean that they don't deserve it necessarily, but it's a very hard thing to actually determine, I feel. And I think there's a lot that goes to having already won it. Your dad won how many, Tony? 4, 5? 5. But it took a long time before he was in consideration for the first one, before people started to say, hey, wait a minute, this guy can play some right field now, and then he had the breakthrough. And then I think he just kept up playing good right field. I'm not saying he fell off, but it's like once you win one, you keep it. And so it's hard to get that first one, I've always felt. And, maybe Jackson can get that. So, but Tony's right. You haven't seen every other center fielder play every other, position. I wonder how much the analytics and all of that stuff enter into it too.
Let me kind of fill some of the holes in this. It is no longer a popular award as it was in my dad's era. Maybe about 10 years ago, they started actually using metrics.
So they are using some of those metrics.
This is how you started seeing actual dudes who were good defenders and didn't necessarily have, the offensive prowess that some of the other older versions used to get. These guys who are getting it now, they are having to lead in some of these categories and kind of determine it that way. So it's not like it used to be. So if Jackson, I think it's actually easier now for a guy like Jackson to break through, whereas in the past,
you might be
if there was whoever, name your center fielder, Mike Trout, right? If he was in the National League, it would be very hard to unseat him if he's still out here playing and healthy on a consistent basis. So
yeah,
I think Jackson actually has a chance. I think this.
Yeah.
my question about Jackson Merrill making plays all over the place this year. Last night, making plays all over the place. And I was trying to figure out online, and it didn't really give me an answer. What makes a platinum glover a platinum glover, and what makes a gold glover a gold glover?
I think it's voted on.
Ah, okay.
I think it's voted on by all of the. I think out of all of them, they all get votes. I think that's how my understanding is. And the winner of that vote, I think it's the fans that get to vote it too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure though.
The fans get to choose the platinum glove?
Maybe it's not the fans. I know there's a vote for that portion of the platinum glove.
Do we think that Jackson Merrill is on pace for at least a gold glove this year?
That's so hard to say because you don't know. We see Jackson every day. I haven't seen, Michael
Everybody
Harris
else every day.
Right. So of course I'm gonna say, he seems like he is, but I don't know what the rest of these guys are.
Yeah, he's made a lot of gold glove plays, I would say, this year, and I think we have to just be content with that and then see where the gold glove takes you. You could go, if you go through the history of the gold glove, it's a bit of an interesting study because what you see is guys getting the gold glove and then keeping the gold glove for years and years and years and years. Doesn't mean that they don't deserve it necessarily, but it's a very hard thing to actually determine, I feel. And I think there's a lot that goes to having already won it. Your dad won how many, Tony? 4, 5? 5. But it took a long time before he was in consideration for the first one, before people started to say, hey, wait a minute, this guy can play some right field now, and then he had the breakthrough. And then I think he just kept up playing good right field. I'm not saying he fell off, but it's like once you win one, you keep it. And so it's hard to get that first one, I've always felt. And, maybe Jackson can get that. So, but Tony's right. You haven't seen every other center fielder play every other, position. I wonder how much the analytics and all of that stuff enter into it too.
Let me kind of fill some of the holes in this. It is no longer a popular award as it was in my dad's era. Maybe about 10 years ago, they started actually using metrics.
So they are using some of those metrics.
This is how you started seeing actual dudes who were good defenders and didn't necessarily have.
We got to wash that one off quick and get back at it and get the focus and the attitude that we had even in LA.
Craig Stammen, he's running out of things to talk about. And I will say guys like Kevin Acee, you heard there, probably running out of ways to ask the Padres about how bad they are. 8-0 last night. Defense was terrible. Pitching was terrible. Hitting was normal. They did none of it.
They got like 7 hits, Chris.
They're the worst hitting team in baseball. They've been shut out 2 of the last 3. But doesn't work. None of it works. Score some runs, win some games. And look, the offensive players could say, hey, we put 6 on the board for Randy Vasquez the other night. Didn't do us any good.
That's true.
And that's why I said earlier, I know everybody wants to make a trade or, AJ to come through, but they need who would you get that right now would just change this? Aaron Judge?
How many people do we get to bring in?
Yeah,
because
they need more than one person right now.
You need at least 2 starters in the rotation. You need at least
4 hitters.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I don't know that one trade can save this. We'll see. There's time to change, but 43 games worth of bad baseball. And it's getting frustrating. I think even Manny snapped a little last night at one of the reporters who said, hey, why couldn't you score against Brandon Pfaadt? And, even Manny said, hey, you get in there, try to score. I mean, he's still a big league pitcher, et cetera, et cetera. The point being, all of this losing kind of just creates friction eventually.
It does.
So there's no other way around that.
I'm just hoping the clubhouse stays together because this type of losing streak definitely tends to get a clubhouse a little bit uncomfortable.
It can make it difficult. And this is, Craig Stammen, to me, this was a challenge all the way around for him. First-year manager.
Yep.
They didn't tell him about the losing 9 out of 10 and getting blown out in almost every game and shut out in every other game.
Yeah, no one let him know.
Pretty hard to even get through that, and I think he's doing it okay. While some of you blame him for what's happening. All right, Padres pregame. Sam Levitt will give it all to us here shortly. I got a story that came down here, and this came down yesterday, but we didn't get into it yesterday, so it's not timely in that regard. We can talk about it today. I know a lot of athletic trainers. Think the world of athletic trainers.
Oh, yeah.
The gal who does the Aztecs women's team, Queenie, she is the world's greatest person in my mind. And I can still, I can call her on a weekend and go, Queenie, man, this hurts. And she goes, oh, take that. And it works every time. I couldn't live without, so lucky to even have the ability to call her.
Is that her name, Queenie, or is that a nickname?
Yeah, Queenie Soriano. Oh. Great athletic trainer for the Aztec women's basketball team. And I mean, great. I've had other ones when I worked with the Gulls. And these people are not there to serve me, by the way. They're there to serve the players. But,
yes.
They're nice
Chris,
enough.
Get out of line.
They're nice enough to help me when I'm, in the neighborhood. So I love these guys. I've met a lot of strength and conditioning coaches. They are awesome, right? They work with these athletes. They turn some of these athletes into things that many of them don't ever believe they can even be, right? You see a kid come in as a freshman and then they leave as a senior and they're bigger and they're stronger and they're better. And that's because their strength and conditioning coach, worked with them in amazing ways. So when something like this happens, what I'm about to tell you, it's trickier than I think it's going to seem on the surface. A strength and conditioning coach was charged yesterday. He worked at Bucknell.
You know what? I was going to bring this up in sports court tomorrow, but I get it.
We'll get to it early.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. He was charged.
It's fine.
He was charged with felony aggravated hazing.
Yes.
Following the death of a freshman football player who collapsed during his first workout with the team. The death happened in 2024. The young man's name was Calvin Dickey Jr., 18 years old. And, I mean, the lawsuit lays it out. Says that the strength and conditioning coach made the player do, I think, where I want to read it.
It's 100 up downs.
Thank you. 100 up downs.
And something else.
And more other things that were not consistent with what they were supposed to be doing. And that this strength and conditioning coach kept on making the players do it, even though this young man was in difficulty, and kept pushing and kept pushing and kept pushing and didn't stop until he collapsed. And then he would later died. The reason that this is so difficult, I mean, if I just tell you that and you believe all of that, and that's what happened, it's an open and shut case, right?
Yeah, there's more to it.
This is a strength and conditioning coach who's a rockhead, who drives his players too far. And there are some of those out there.
Yes, there are.
Okay. We don't know the strength and conditioning coach. His name is Mark Kulbis. He did surrender and is being held on $10,000 bail right now. But his, attorney says while the death of Mr. Dickey, the young man, is tragic, of course it is. He said Mark did not contribute to it and is not responsible for it. The strength and conditioning program that was implemented was appropriate and in accordance with the training that he received and with applicable standards. There are facts and other circumstances that, once they're presented, will demonstrate that he did not commit the crimes charged. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. But I bring it up because I know these guys, the strength and conditioning coaches. I know the trainers, the athletic trainers. They want 99% of them, right? I can't speak for every single person out there, of course, Skraby. But these people want the greatest things for these athletes. They want to do everything. They want to help them. They want to give them advice. They want to push them a little bit just beyond where they can go sometimes so they can get a little better and get better than they even know they can get. I get all that. But all these strength and conditioning coaches, athletic trainers, they live in fear in a lot of ways of something like this ever happening in their world.
You left out something about this.
Go ahead.
Calvin Dickey Jr., he has a sickle cell trait.
He did.
And so
he's passed.
Sorry.
Now.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kolbus knew about this and was made aware of his medical condition, but apparently just kept making him do it. And they're saying that because of the sickle cell trait, that is what caused
to it.
Yeah, that is contributed.
And they're saying he knew about it and went ahead and did this.
But they're calling it hazing, which
yes, they are.
Which that's not hazing.
I don't know.
That's training.
I don't know.
Now, should he have probably, if the kid was asking to stop, should he have let the kid stop? Yeah, but we weren't there.
I mean, that's the old story. Man, we used to practice back in the day. They didn't let us drink water,
My coaches did not let me drink water in 2003.
Yeah.
This is what
Anyway, these stories suck the worst because somebody died, and yet we barely ever going to think about that. All we're going to think about was who's right, who's wrong, how do we keep this from happening? And we know it's almost impossible because things like this, there are bad outcomes. And there are coaches that push too hard. And there are trainers who do. But most of them don't. They love these athletes. They would do anything to help them. And I'm sure that's what Kolbus feels he was doing for his part. And that's what his attorneys say. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. It's impossible for us to make every comment on it, Skraby, because we don't have all the facts in front of us.
I just think that hazing is a weird way of putting it.
Hazing seems more like what they were supposedly doing at Northwestern.
Yes.
When they said, what did you have to do?
Naked bear crawls.
Yeah, that seems like
hazing. That's hazing to me, but doing
100 up downs. I'll tell you one thing, 100 up downs would be hard for just about anybody.
Not easy. Here's what the attorney general, the prosecutor said about it. My office filed very serious criminal charges after investigating what took place 2 summers ago. The fact that this was an intentional, deliberate hazing perpetrated by a coach who knew CJ's health condition made him vulnerable to extreme workouts. The facts show this defendant received information about his health condition along with training about NCAA anti-hazing standards and disregarded that information.
Well, if you listen to that, this guy, the strength and conditioning coach, Mark Kolbus, is a monster. Just is.
Wait, say that one more time.
I said if you hear that and you believe, and that's what you go with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this guy's a monster. He knew all this, and he,
I envisioned him seeing the kid struggle and being like, keep going.
Yeah,
like,
I don't care that
we
you're
don't
hurt.
know that happened.
We don't know.
But I envision when they say hazing that he's just like,
that's what they're
not
claiming.
Letting him get up.
That's what they're claiming. His attorneys are going to say,
if that's the case, then
yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah,
he's a monster.
Yeah,
but
it's an interesting story for sure.
I just, this is the kind of thing that makes it sometimes tough.
Wasn't there the Maryland coach? What was his name?
You have to be able to read each athlete, right? Every athlete has a different breaking point.
There is
how do you know sometimes where that is?
Oh, DJ Durkin. Remember, he got fired after there was a death of a player because of something that he did. But I don't know. Case by case, I guess.
Yeah.
All the way around, it's sad.
I think so.
Yeah, Durkin in 2018 was placed under investigation amid toxic culture allegations after the death of Jordan McNair.
All right, let's go from that to another coach who was a monster at least once in his life. Sean Payton, who basically oversaw.
Oh, he did.
Didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he got suspended for a year because of it.
He oversaw a team and defensive coordinator and basically was privy to putting bounties on people to injure them.
It's called Bountygate.
That makes Sean Payton a monster, at least for a time in his life.
I mean, he was suspended for a full year because of it.
Because of it. Sean Payton's trying to turn over a new leaf, though. So let's give him a little credit where it's due. Skraby, tell everybody what he said he was trying to do.
So last year,
maybe would he still be willing to do it?
No, I don't think so.
Is the offer's passed now?
I think the offer's passed because Bill's in North Carolina.
Oh, Bill Belichick.
I just gave it away. But
okay.
Sean Payton was upset when Bill Belichick got fired by the Patriots in 2024. So he came up with this harebrained scheme that he was going to become an assistant coach of the Broncos, make Bill Belichick the head coach so he can get his 15 wins, and then he would have the most wins of all time. The problem is that 15 wins is quite a bit for an NFL team to get in one season.
Yeah.
So they were like, we might need 2 seasons with this. Are we willing to make Bill Belichick the coach for 2 seasons to get him the record? Ultimately, it didn't happen, but Sean Payton was very serious about this, very serious about bringing him in. And this is crazy.
That's pretty funny.
Well, Sean Payton being an assistant coach just so he could get the record, I don't understand
I don't
this.
dislike this idea if, as you said, he needed,
15 wins.
Yeah, 4 wins.
Yeah, to break the all-time record. And Sean Payton even thought about this enough to think about how he was going to present it to the owner of the team. It never got that far, but he really wanted to do this. That would have been crazy if this actually happened.
Yeah. I don't know that even 15. I'm looking at what I'm looking at according to, the chat stuff. Shula with everything 347. Belichick with everything 328. Sounds like he would need 20
on CBS Sports.
Yeah, I get you. I'm just saying there's a lot of different ways of looking at this list, but it could have been even 20. So, yeah, even though it's a fun idea, yeah, Sean Payton would have to let Belichick come in and be the head coach for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So
that would be crazy. You're handing over your job to a guy for 2.5 years.
Sean Payton, no, I give him credit, man. He's trying to erase that monster image.
I mean, and also on Wikipedia, now I'm seeing that Bill Belichick only has 302 wins.
That's regular season. So there's a lot of, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of different ways to look at this.
Yes, okay.
But he's got 15, he's got 20, but he needs a bunch to overtake Shula. And
it's not going to happen.
Doesn't look like it unless he gets another coach back in the NFL for 2 or 3 years.
Sean Payton's kind of crazy.
Sean Payton's a nut.
He is
Sean Payton, where did he start? First coaching job. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. He was like defensive back coach or something here.
Why isn't he bringing his knowledge to San Diego State?
He might have been. We've had a lot of great coaches at San Diego State. I mean, you can make a Hall of Fame list from among guys like Joe Gibbs, John Madden, Sean Payton.
I forgot about John Madden.
These are people that coached at San Diego State in the history of the day. So
I'll leave you guys.
There's more.
I'll leave you with this, Chris.
Okay.
The Royals allowed a Carson Benj Little League home run.
Okay.
And the reason they did that is because they had 3 errors on the same play in the first inning of their game against the Mets tonight.
So they were throwing the ball all over the yard.
All over. They had 3 errors on the same play, 3 throwing errors.
On the same play.
The
Carson Benj went one base, and then they threw it away, and he went another base, and they threw it away, and he went another base.
Yes.
And they said, you know what? Let's throw it away one more time, guys.
Let's do it.
I want to see that play because you know what? Looking at that will make me feel better about how the Padres are playing defense.
And also, he hit the ball to Seth Lugo, who was pitching. And Lugo was the one who started this. He threw it low. Jack Caglione couldn't handle it, and then everything else
craziness was
ensued.
One last quick baseball note. Actually, people accomplishing things. Schwarbaum, number 31 tonight for the Phillies.
He needs to be in the home.
Love the Schwarb.
Me too.
All right. Yeah, I love the Sam Levitt, too.
Yeah.
I don't envy his job trying to preview this game.
This win that's about to happen?
Yes, right, that. We'll see. It's possible. I mean, even the Rockies won, 43 games last year. So we'll see what happens. Either way, we're back to pick up the pieces tomorrow. Thanks for joining us on Gwynn and Chris.